710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yes! DeMarco and I breaking down the benefits of a shop vac in your garage. Cannot have a shop vac, or you should never not have a shop vac.
Male, female, dog, cat, everybody needs a shop vac.
It vacuums water.
Absolutely.
Who doesn't want that?
Everything. I look for reasons to use my shop vac.
Washing machine, dishwasher overflows, no problem.
I got a shop vac.
Where was this when I spilled the ceviche in my car?
You didn't ask. I didn't even know until you came into the house.
Shop
He's
vac
like,
could have solved
we could have sucked up all that shrimp guts out of the back of your car.
You spill ceviche in the car?
Oh, yeah.
Your car's still snaking then. It never comes out. Yeah.
I know.
Wow, I love ceviche.
He comes in, he's like, can I borrow your hose? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Can I borrow your hose?
That's a weird opening line when you come to somebody's house. I'm like, yeah, it's
Can I borrow
wash
your
your car.
hose?
Wash your car real quick.
Can I use your master bathroom?
I'm not gonna. I have a story about that that I'm not gonna tell right now because my buddy Brian still harasses me over it.
I just have a question: hoop up or down? If it's
down.
Guessed.
That's what I did.
Right.
Well, so
even if you're tidy, I don't want to know.
I all of a sudden had an emergency, and I'm like, hey, and he said, oh, go. I said, you don't want me to use that one.
Okay.
I went and
good for you.
Did the other one.
Good for you.
Anyway, good morning, DeMarco. How are you?
I'm so happy. Way to go, LeBron.
That was great.
Way to go, LeBron.
Incredibly exciting.
And I am not a LeBron guy. I'm a Jordan guy. But way to go, LeBron.
You could be both.
I have no hate for LeBron.
You could be both.
What a great 2 days for him. Awesome. You go on McAfee, you light the world on fire.
Well, same day.
Same day. And then you get the tap in to shut everybody up twice.
It was an incredibly exciting basketball game.
Yes.
It really was. It was frustrating. It was at times incredibly poorly played.
Oh, yeah.
There was all sorts of crazy stuff going on in that game, but an incredible finish. I thought Luka was going to have his first game winner as a Laker. When he was going, he let that floater go. I'm like, oh, that's going down for sure. Misses it. LeBron tips it back in with 0.2 left, and it was a great night.
0.1.
Was it 0.1? Yeah.
Off the finger, he let it go at 1. It was a great night. I like Halliburton. I really respect his game.
Terrific.
Oh my God! I heard the build-up, and I never heard a point guard described this way. His discernment as a point guard.
That's a fancy word.
Isn't that very fancy?
That's very.
You straightened up. Put on a suit.
Well, as a man of discerning tastes, I like when you use the word discernment.
Discernment as a point guard, but it was good. Yes, that game should have been a blowout. It wasn't. Indiana's very good. I'm glad JJ gave credit to Rick Carlisle. He's a hell of a coach. They weren't going away, so you almost blew it, but you didn't, and you got the win, and it was huge.
There was a lot going on in that game.
Yeah.
There was a ton of exciting things. There was a ton of positive things. And there was a ton of, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I mean, let's start with this. And roars to you, Em. We haven't said good morning to you yet. Roars to you. Buenos dias to Jorge.
Happy Thursday.
With
Is it Thursday?
Thank you, Jorge.
Is it
I appreciate that.
Okay,
by the way, I'm back. I have properly calibrated. Tomorrow I'm going to be a mess. I'll be all over the map.
You're going to think it's Monday?
Well, I'm going. All right, ready. I was gonna save this a little bit, but I'm going on opening day today.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. So I'm going to go. So today it'll be a non-routine day. Right? I'm going to go to a baseball game in the middle of the day and get home at a time that's not normal. I'll be eating things that I don't typically eat. So tomorrow will be
you might as well sleep here then.
It crossed my mind.
Yeah.
I'm
East Central.
Little princess in the pea.
You're sticking around?
Why?
Saca la bolsita, big dog.
Okay. Yeah, I am around for that. I got to be careful about what I say yes to because, then you can say, I got to do stuff I don't want to. Anyway.
You should get the room, bro.
Yeah.
Just be preemptive.
No, because I'm not going to drink, or maybe I'll have a beer or a michelada or something.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I don't. I try not to do that during the week, and I got plans tomorrow.
And those beers are $18 million.
Yes.
Cheaper down
That's
here,
a big part of it too. And there's a lot of things working against me in that, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
But anyway, we'll get to that coming up in a little bit. 1 minute and about 50 seconds left in that game. Lakers have a 6-point lead. And it feels like they're getting ready to kind of squeeze it and lock it down, right? So just basically play decent defense, make your free throws. You're going to win the game at that point, more likely than not. they just stopped playing defense for a possession. Like literally, not they played poor defense, not that they had a communication breakdown. That possession, I think it was 148, 149, something like that. They stopped playing. I thought that there was a timeout on the floor. That's how bad it was. Billy Mack, who was called, did you watch Spectrum or ESPN?
ESPN.
Okay, so on Spectrum, Billy Mack was like, they just stopped. Like all 5 guys just stood there, and Halliburton just walked in, and it looked like what you do at the end of a game when the other team can't catch you, and you just give up a layup, and they throw it in, and then they start fouling. There was 2 minutes left in the game, and it was a 6-point game. I've never seen a defensive lapse like that at that point in the game, which was just not where a guy gets beat, but just everybody just stood there and watched it happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not
looking
good.
silly. It reminded me of those marathons where a guy thinks he has the race won and his hands are in the air and he gets passed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. But you woke up at the end, and it just seems like something with Indiana. The ghost of Reggie Miller comes out of nowhere and just starts raining to try to beat you. But
that wasn't them making a bunch of shots. That was them being terrible defenders.
They're still learning each other and how to finish games, and JJ is not done yet. But they didn't screw it up. They got the win.
Well, they did, but they did get the win. Both. They didn't screw it up.
They screwed it up, but they didn't blow it.
There
and
you
that
go.
should have been a blowout. But the 18-0 run, that should have been over a long time ago. Yeah. They had the chance to win and lose that game 3 or 4 times.
That's what JJ said afterwards.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he goes, it felt like we lost that game 3 times. It felt like we won that game 3 times.
Oh, God, yes.
That's exactly what he said.
That was a wave of emotions.
Okay, it was, and thankfully, it was incredibly exciting because LeBron tips it in and they win.
Yes.
But they're leading up to it.
The Draymond version.
What do you mean?
That was a better version of Draymond Green. Just be a great teammate. Let Luka do the scoring. You do everything else.
Luka went over 30 again. Was that 4 games in a row where he's gone over 30?
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to stop. Supplement that. Absolutely. If he's got that sort of scoring, just do everything else. Be a captain on defense. Clean the boards. Absolutely murder it on the boards and let him keep scoring.
He led the team in rebounding last night. It was a weird game for him. It was for the first time ever. LeBron James has been in the league a long time. For the first time ever, he went into the 4th quarter without having made a basket. He had not made a field goal. He'd made 3 free throws. That was it.
And you were winning.
Yeah, but that's not the formula for winning games, is LeBron having 3 points going into the 4th quarter.
That's got to be unique for him. I don't have to carry this team. Like, he can do it on the offensive end.
But did that what it feel like to you? Because that's not what it felt like to me.
No, it felt like LeBron just didn't have it going, and Luka did.
So, okay. Yeah, but no. Because
4 of 10? Yeah.
Because LeBron was even asked about that. Like, did you just be out of rhythm? He goes, how do I know if I was out of rhythm? I'd only taken 4 shots or 6 shots or whatever. He goes, it's impossible to know if you're in or not a rhythm when you don't shoot like that. I think it was interesting that they could win like that. I think that it's encouraging that you have other options. Austin Reeves had some big buckets. Rui made some threes. Like, there was a lot of good stuff in there.
Way to go, Rui.
But LeBron James was the guy that won them that game in the 4th quarter.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, his effort was exemplary. He was everywhere. Like I said, it's like Draymond. I love that when he's just being a teammate. And when you go 0 of 5, was he 0 of 5 in the first? And you're still blowing them out? That's got to be new. Like, my offensive production is not needed right now, and we're still that good. So let me find some other places where I can go be great. When you start seeing that, and Luka is chipping in his 30-plus points a game, now we're talking. Now we're cooking. I'm glad you didn't blow that one.
Yeah, I feel a little differently than you do on that.
Oh, you do?
That did not feel to me like he was acquiescing to Luka. That felt like they couldn't get him engaged.
Not acquiesce. I'm just missing. I'm not hitting, but
he wasn't taking a bunch of shots. Like, had he been 0 for 12, it's just, the ball's not going in tonight, whatever. But he really wasn't a regular part of their offense until he was the offense.
Yeah.
Because I was watching with my son and one of his buddies last night, and going into the 4th quarter, they're talking about how, his consecutive games, 10 or more points, it was on the line. He'd never entered the 4th quarter without having made a field goal. It's very cool.
Very cool.
And we all looked at each other and go, oh, he's definitely going to get it, right? And we're like, of course he's going to get it. And it went bucket, 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 and he was over 10, and you're like, yep, there he goes.
Right.
He's still the guy that when you got to have it, and have it could be a bucket, it could be a decision, it could be him having the ball in his hands, whatever it is. I'm still going to him first.
You think?
I do.
JJ didn't.
I did.
He went to Luka.
He went to Luka on that one.
I'm still going to him first.
It's a great dilemma to have, champagne problems. Even Luka thanked LeBron for having the trust for him to have the last ball. Now, he missed, and LeBron saved him.
Yep.
Bailed the team out.
I don't mind Luka taking the shot that he took.
Yeah.
I don't mind him doing what he's doing. But what I'm getting at is not that final possession, which we'll talk about in a second.
Crunch time.
I'm getting at he was the guy that was most active, most involved through most of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, get you to winning time and let LeBron win it. I get it.
No. LeBron was the one most active in the fourth quarter.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
we're saying the same thing.
Okay.
Get to winning time and let LeBron take over. This is why he's LeBron. I get that. But the last shot was definitely designed for Luka. And he could have had that. That would have been nice.
Well, okay.
Could have been nice.
Let's talk about this. We can come back because it
been
really
nice for Luka.
wasn't designed. They just let it play out.
Give it to Luka and let him go.
Let's talk about that coming up next because I think that there was a whole bunch of stuff in that final possession. JJ, LeBron, Luka, all of them kind of let us know what it's going to look like once we get into the playoffs.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Get the East Central Hotel. What are you doing? It's opening day. Come on. What are you talking about? Nope. Stop messing around. Come on.
DeMarco, can I tell you a secret about me?
What?
I love being home.
Are they dropping the banner?
I would assume.
Okay.
I know they're doing rings
You better
tomorrow.
hold one up. Yes.
I know they're doing one tomorrow. I like my
I need
bed.
you hung
I
over
like
tomorrow.
being home. Not a chance. Not happening. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson, and producer Lindsay for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino and DeMarco. There will be one grand prize of a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Vegas. RSVP for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7. That final possession coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves.
Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and producer Lindsay, and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday.
Like it raw?
I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, and there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one
We can play the song, because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HPC. ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and me to watch Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to the Ultimate Wrestling event on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
It's the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Carden Alleyway Hyundai Corona. Get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Plus, drive with confidence with America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and Hyundai's Assurance Program. Visit us off the 91 freeway or at CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. On approved credit, 0 security deposit, 72 payments of $1,519 per $1,000 financed. Expires 03/31/2025.
This is John Ireland. You know BBGO. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey, but did you know BBGO is the official game day snack of the Lakers? BBGO promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find BBGO products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. BBGO knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try BBGO today.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-452-6262. That's 800-452-6262. Again, that's 800-452-6262.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
It's time for Dodger baseball. Again, opening day part deux.
Exactly.
Right? DeMarco.
Yes.
Ready?
Wow. Oh, wow. He's got the shirt on.
Am I supposed to be
Those of you
surprised
not
you're wearing a
watching
Dodger
that.
shirt on opening day?
Hashtag IT.
Yeah.
FTB. It's time for Dodger baseball.
Yep. Yes.
Line popularized by the famous Vince
If you were
Scully.
naked, I'd be more impressed.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Today. Is it opening day? It's opening day.
It's opening day.
Okay, for real.
Because
Okay, good.
think about it this way. Even if they had opened the season on the road in, like, Cincinnati, this would still be the home opener.
True.
You know, so.
True.
Yeah.
And there's bunting.
Yeah. Well, bunting is good.
Anytime there's bunting, I'm there.
Yeah.
Because it's a big – there's 3 times we get bunting. We get bunting on opening day.
Yes.
All-Star
the
game.
All-Star game and the postseason.
Yes.
Those are the only 3 times you get – you go to a Pirates-Dodgers game tomorrow or Tigers-Dodgers tomorrow, the bunting's gone.
The world needs a good bunt.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
speaking of show and tell stuff, I came by just to show you something that is very special to me. Keanu's mom gave me this book. Now, on the surface, it's just a book. It's a book called Breakthrough to the Big Leagues, the story of Jackie Robinson, written by Jackie Robinson. Now, this book came out in 1965. This book is from 1965.
Oh, it's a first edition?
You know how I know this? Because the Tacoma Public Schools library
Oh,
card
my
is in the
God.
back with sign-outs starting from October 30th, 1966, all the way up until 1992.
That's cool.
I
And
wonder
the
what the
kid
bill
who
is on that
signed
thing.
it out-
The overdue bill. Yeah.
I'm guessing that the kid who signed it out first was in 5th grade and maybe wanted to be Jackie Robinson for Halloween.
Sure.
And
Wow.
wanted to know some things about him. Now, the other part about this that's great. Have you ever seen a film called The Sandlot, DeMarco?
Yes.
Sandlot has
What's
a
the
character
dog's name?
named-
Which
that's
one?
the Beast.
The Beast.
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
The character
Yes.
has a Sandlot, and
Gotta pickle
Mr.
the
Beast.
Beast.
Is owned by, not Mr. Beast, the Beast is owned by Mr. Myrtle.
Yes.
Mr. Myrtle is played by James Earl Jones. There's a scene in that film, the critical scene in the movie, when he says, "Go over there to that shelf and pick any baseball you want off the shelf." This book is on the shelf.
No way.
And
no way.
when she got this for me, I was like, that can't be what I think it is. She was like, that's exactly what you think
Oh,
it
that's
is.
very
It's not
cool.
this actual book.
May I?
But it is, yes, you may. But it is this actual book, if you get what I'm saying. So I brought that to the
Not
set.
this copy, this book.
Correct. That's what I was looking for, Em. Thank you. So I brought that to the set for Clinton and Friends, and it is now a permanent member of the set on Clinton and Friends.
That's
Isn't that
dope.
neat?
That
That's
is
very cool.
That's
Yeah.
super cool.
So I just wanted to show you guys
Especially
that
now.
little history. right.
Especially right now.
Scott
Yes.
Patterson in December of 1967. Check this book
Yes.
out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cindy Chisinski in the date's smudged. I can't read when Cindy got her hands on it. Somebody named Vernon got it in 1974.
Vernon. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Popular
great.
book.
Very cool.
Tacoma Public Schools. So
Very
yeah.
cool.
But yeah, so I'm going out of
That's
the game
dope.
today.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out as well. I'm looking forward to it. It's a weird deal because it's the first time in my baseball fandom where the team. There's been times where they've been favored. There have been times when they are very likely to win the division, but I can't remember a time, DeMarco, where I've seen a baseball team that, barring a literal disaster, will not win a division.
Are you nervous or how? Like,
no, I'm incredibly excited.
Well, I mean, you have a great roster, the Dodgers do, but there's an enormous amount of pressure. When you think about it.
Well, I actually wildly disagree with that.
No, not really.
Wildly disagree.
Being the team that ruins baseball, being the team that
They haven't ruined anything.
$1
They're the
billion.
most popular
Oh, no,
team.
I'm with you. But this is what
Yeah,
they say.
I
The
get it.
narratives are $1 billion roster. You win the division every single year. You just won the World Series and you got better. There's an enormous amount of pressure on this team.
I think the reason why no is because A, you re-signed Dave, and hello, yes, you won the World Series. That was always the big thing with this team, Travis, was that they couldn't win it. We got all these division titles hanging around here, but nobody seems to be able to win it when it's not a 60-game season.
I don't know
What
if
are
you can
showing
read.
me?
I don't know if you can read what am I writing. The thing I circled on my pad. Can you read that?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it to you.
Yes.
And it says, "Freed up, best case scenario, unleashed."
Yeah,
that's what
a
it
good call.
says.
Freed up.
Okay.
Huh?
So this team, there is pressure because when you have a $1 billion payroll, as you put it, there is expectations to meet. So I'm with you that there is anything less than 100 wins, anything less than a division title is looked at as abject failure, and that is pressure. They also got rid of the proverbial monkey last year. The monkey that was on their back because of Washington, the monkey that was on their back because of Arizona, the monkey that was on their back because of San Diego was removed. And the monkey was as big as it had ever been when they were down 2-1 to San Diego last year. And they came back and they won that series.
Fantastic.
And then from that point forward, literally,
Yeah.
Yamamoto beats the Padres in Game 5 of the DS. Teo hits a home run. Kike hits a home run. They win the game 2-0. From that moment forward, they kicked everyone's ass.
And they kicked the Yankees behind, too.
Yeah.
And I do think that has carried over. When you listen to these guys talk, when you look at the guys that have come in, and there is a lightness to them that is, let's go. And not in a lazy, we've taken our foot off the gas way, but in a, now that we don't have that, hey, are you going to blow it again thing getting whispered into your ear every week, that they are completely unfettered, completely unleashed, that we may get the very best version of the very best team that we've seen in a very long time.
I also think that
that's,
Dave has
that's
to do.
new.
I think Dave has something to do with that too.
Sure.
Dave's a little looser, a little bit more. I told you so.
He's not
Trust
worried
me.
about getting canned.
Do it. Yes. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's an element of that where it's like, all right, don't talk. You can't talk me out of this one anymore. I know what I'm doing.
Totally.
Point to all the things Travis just said as far as buttons pressed. Yeah, and it's not just the Dodgers team for you, Travis. I can't think of the last time I thought of a baseball team, period, that was this good coming back in after having actually won it.
You're making my point.
Very typical in the NBA and somewhat typical in the NFL, but very rare in baseball. They've got star power. They've got famous people on their team.
A lot of them.
Shohei Ohtani is the one baseball player that I think has a Q rating that would rival NBA, NFL players.
Sure.
Mookie Betts is a famous person. Yamamoto and Sasaki, maybe not here, but internationally in their home place, are as famous as
They're
you
selling
get.
jerseys.
Mookie Betts, Freddie, like they are they're the Beatles, the Heatles. They put together this thing that is very uncommon to baseball. When they show up, it's going to. My son Bobby lives in Philadelphia.
it's a rock
He went to
star.
buy tickets for when they're coming through, and they're already hard to get.
That's always a great stat to look at.
Yeah.
Is road attendance
of
any particular
Yeah,
team,
yeah.
and not just from their own fans, but
So-
other people who just want to see them.
So just back to the pressure thing for 1 second. So if they didn't win the World Series this year, you'd be okay with it?
Yeah, I mean, nobody's going anywhere.
But I don't think it's as linear as okay or not okay. I would understand it if they got to the playoffs and they lost and it wasn't where they, peed down their legs. That's just baseball. But if they went in there and just played like garbage, that would be disappointing.
Oh, no.
If they just get beat because baseball's weird, you can live with it.
If you're kicking the ball around like the Yankees were all
Right.
series, that's
There you
another
go.
story.
There you go.
Right.
We'll see. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
another story. But yeah, I think it, and I think that
I'd
also
get used
is
to
gonna,
this feeling, though.
It's good, right? I was
Yeah,
going to say
I would get used to this.
It's
Yeah.
going to allow for fans to feel a
Yeah.
little different too, where you're not
at
jamming yourself.
Look
up.
at my face.
Exactly.
Yes.
Get a little bit more sleep, guys. You don't have to get blackout hammered every night at the ballpark just to drown your
You're
sorrows
at the
about what may or
embryo
may not happen.
stage of this. Yeah.
Stay calm.
They're going to win a ton of games.
Oh, yeah.
So the average, I shouldn't say the average, the typical line in a Major League Baseball game is a run and a half. Almost all of them are a run and a half. Almost every single game. This year when the Dodgers play, according to Vegas, many of them will be 2.5.
Dang.
That's how much better they are.
1 through
in-game.
25.
The average, when they play bad teams, they're saying that the line for them could be as high as minus 700.
Oh, geez.
Which means you would have to bet $700 to win 100.
Wow.
Okay? That's crazy.
That's nuts.
That's crazy. One good pitcher and you lose. That's what's weird about baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You run into today the Dodgers are playing arguably the best pitcher in baseball.
I would say the best lefty for sure.
Tarek Skubal is the best pitcher in the American League last year at least. One of the best pitchers in baseball. The Dodgers are heavily favored to win today.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
Well, you're pitching Snell.
That's what I'm saying. And
I mean,
Ohtani and Betts and Freeman and Muncy and Smith and Hernandez, like all of these guys are going to take at bats
Have we
against
got
him.
an explanation for Mookie's circumstance?
No, he says he can hold food and he's ready to go.
Don't love that. As an aside, that's
And
a
he's-
micro story.
And he said he's feeling
love
as strong
that
as he has ever felt. Yeah.
That sounds a little hyperbolic coming off of I couldn't keep a food down and I lost 25 pounds. Mookie is smaller than I am, and I'm the smallest man in this room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't love how that's going for Betts. What are you looking at?
Because I agree with you.
Okay.
Did he play last night?
They didn't play last night. They played the night before.
The night
But,
before.
like,
Yeah.
He's
That's
fine.
the only kid glove situation I've got right now.
Well,
Don't screw this up just to have him out there.
I don't think
I
he's
would assume
fine.
he's
I don't think he's in trouble. Him playing on Tuesday night to me doesn't answer the question one way or the other.
He's one of the best athletes on the team, right?
He might be the best athlete in
Best
baseball.
conditioned guy, right?
He
so,
might be.
Yeah, anybody can bounce back from a stomach virus.
Well, let's see what happens. I am not saying that he's doomed. I'm not saying that everything's fine. What I'm saying is, and again, one game, take it for what it's worth. Excuse me. The hardest he hit the ball on Tuesday night, the high of exit velo for him was 81 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's really, really
he was
bad.
going to ruggle at the plate.
High school level.
Yeah,
So this
yeah,
could
yeah.
be, he just didn't hit the ball hard.
Right.
That happens. Occasionally, even Mookie Betts has a night where he doesn't hit the ball hard. Or it could be something else.
He lost 23 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So let's see what it is. It could be where he goes a month until he's back to where he's fully Mookie. I don't know. But
I
it's
think
something.
that's what I would say. Like spring training is about what, 6 weeks? I'd add another spring training onto it before he turns back to who he really is, DeMarco. That's
I'm with
how
you.
I'm looking at that.
And
that's
the
the
best
end of
thing is,
April.
how many other
That's
options
fine.
do you have at short?
That's fine.
Plenty.
More than him. He shouldn't be playing at short anyway.
There
That's
goes
a whole
that
other story.
Dodger blue face again. We got plenty.
There's plenty. Now, there's better shortstops than him. There's no better players than him. But, look.
It means a lot. You know,
other than their star power, the question you just asked, I think, is the part that maybe the average casual baseball fan doesn't. It's not just that they have Ohtani and Freeman and Snell and all these other big names. It's the depth that they have. It's the guys when a guy like Mookie is out of the lineup. All of a sudden, Tommy Edman is playing short, or Miguel Rojas is playing short.
Or let's go get Kim.
And everything's fine. Like, it's not like, uh-oh. It's
I
like,
love Tommy
we're
Edman,
still
by the
fine.
way.
Yes.
Love his game. He stepped up so big in the playoffs last year.
Huge.
I asked him at the presser one time. I said, "Has your life changed? Do people notice you at the grocery store?" He was like, Yeah. He's like, we're at that point now. He's like, I can't just walk around town anymore. People know who I am. And I was like, that's cool. Good
All
for
right.
him.
Back to the Lakers, the game-winning shot, and the timeout that was not called. Great night last night.
Way to go,
By the way,
Bron!
I might have a heart attack if that's how
I
the
did have
playoffs
a
are
heart
going to go.
attack.
It's coming up next. Strav DeMarco, 710 ESPN. If you have ever been in an accident, you know what it feels like. It's scary, it's stressful, it's overwhelming, it can be confusing, and you need somebody to help you navigate everything that's going to go on. In particular, the insurance company trying to get you off of their books as quickly as possible with as little as possible. Not what you deserve, but what they're willing to get away with. That's why you need to call the law office of Joseph S. Normand. That's why I have called the law office of Joseph S. Normand when my own son was involved in an accident, because I trust Joe and because Joe is an expert in this. 213-747-2000. 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. Let him explain to you exactly how it's going to go. Let him take that 4 or 5-figure settlement and turn it into a 6-figure settlement. This is what he does day after day after day. An expert in how the insurance company's trying to take advantage of you, and he's not going to let it happen. 213-747-2000. When you call the law office of Joseph S. Normand, make sure you know that Trav sent you in.
The countdown is on. In just 6 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami. The countdown is on. In just 6 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Pour it on, black and gold! The two biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe. Giroud,
Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denny! 6 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
Fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
At Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, we believe you should love who you want to love. And during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you can lease a brand new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Premium all-wheel drive for just $329 per month for 36 months with $39.39 due at signing. Visit Ocean Subaru today.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance, not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. Lease for 10,000 miles per year. VIN RH915476. MSRP $39.50 plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 3/31/2025.
Hey, basketball fans, John Ireland here. Austin Reeves has been playing lights out, and now he's bringing that same energy to his brand new signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Designed for top performance and comfort, these kicks are for players who grind just like Austin. He was hands-on in crafting every detail, making sure the AR2s deliver on and off the court. So go to Rigorer.com, Rigorer. Don't wait. Own a pair of Austin Reeves' shoes. That's Rigorer.com.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Hey, LA! LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles Make March Matter campaign. Visit 710forchla.com to make a donation and to support CHLA's efforts to help kids get the breakthrough care that they need. Breakthrough care, I should say. Make sure to check out 710forchla.com to make a difference today. And there's still a lot of very cool stuff up there that you can make a bid on and help a great cause.
This sounds like music from a Guy Ritchie movie. Like we're about to make a diamond heist.
It does sound like you're putting together the plan.
There it is, right there.
This is Jurassic 5.
This is, yes. We're walking through with bags. We're getting ready to rob the store.
That's a good call,
You know what I'm saying?
So
Come on.
I really like that.
Yeah.
This is the very beginning of the heist.
Yes.
Right? It hasn't gone wrong
when
yet.
nobody's gone rogue yet.
There it is.
Bad has
exactly
happened.
right.
Yates is here as well today. Opening day, and that's exciting. But baseball opening day is so weird because we're hyped for today. It's going to be awesome. We'll talk about it tomorrow. And then you get about 160 more that's like, all right, when do the playoffs
Blue
start?
Review, baby.
Yeah. It's like going bonkers for the first mile of a marathon.
Yeah,
you
it
got
really
25 to go. Yeah, it's all good.
It really is.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, you're getting started. Do you drop banner today? Is that confirmed, affirmed? No?
They're doing rings tomorrow.
Rings tomorrow?
Rings tomorrow. I don't know if they do, because they're kind of down the right field facade.
Yeah, it's raised flag. It's not drop banner.
Or raised flag day.
For arenas. Yeah.
Raised flag day for baseball. That's we don't know.
I would think it's today.
Okay. The last time you get to think about last year.
Yeah.
Because you want to be done with all this nonsense. And you're still not going to be done. You still got to go to the White House.
Can you throw the switch?
It's weird, man, because you're out there competing and then you have to stop, hold on a second, let's celebrate what we did last year while the team you're getting ready to play is staring at you.
Freddie
just to confirm, it will be unveiled today.
Yeah.
The banner will be unveiled today.
The banner will, yes.
Weird. Freddie was talking about this during spring training and everything else about how, look, Freddie Freeman's an MVP. He's a famous person, but he went to a totally different level after that home run that he hit. And oddly, I shouldn't say oddly, we're actually going to talk with the director of the Apple TV series with the Yankees and Dodgers.
Really?
Coming up at 10. Em, is that when we're doing that? Our interview today?
Yeah.
Yeah, at 10 o'clock.
20 minutes.
Yeah. So that's coming up in just a little bit. And it obviously captures Freddie's home run. But he was talking about how he can't go anywhere without people coming to thank him.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally thank you for doing what
Life-changer.
you do. So yeah, I would. The ovation for the entire team today will be very cool, but for him individually, I would imagine is just off the charts.
Of course, it's going to be nuts. I don't think I could have picked him out of a lineup before last year. Yeah, I mean, I'm not that deep.
Even if he was in his baseball uniform and you saw him swing a bat?
There are some great players that I would never know because it's just not on my radar. But now, I would recognize him from a mile away.
That flat top cuts through right now.
It sure does. Yes, that's him, right?
He does, that's true because he has a lot of very funny viral moments, like when he walked up on that kid who was wearing his own jersey for Halloween. The kid had no idea.
The kid had no idea who he was. So this is when he was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman is taking his children trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're walking down some very nice neighborhood street, and there's this little boy who's walking in the opposite direction dressed as Freddie Freeman.
Full unit.
And Freddie Freeman stops him and says, "Hey, I like your costume." The kid looks at him like, "Yeah."
Oh, my God.
I mean, the kid's like 7 years
That's
old.
what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, like baseball, I'd know every single pitcher because there's a close-up on him. He's right there. Like the position players, you have to do something before I get to see your face.
That's fair.
Other than quarterbacks and maybe a wide receiver here and there with helmets and everything else.
Yeah.
Football
no
players,
shot.
I have no idea what they're
You
doing.
remember that when that rule changed in football? It was Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
When Emmitt was scoring touchdown, he would take his helmet off and stand there.
Yeah.
So the whole world can
Well,
see
what
him.
he would do was more than just stand there. He would put his foot on it
Yeah.
like the captain.
The next year,
That's what the cool part
it became a penalty.
Yeah.
The next year became a penalty,
That's
and they
exactly
put that NFL logo off the shoulder and put it right here where you can see it. So it's only about the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. But that's the only way. I would never know who. Yeah, you were telling a story about Tommy Edman. If we were in the same grocery store, I wouldn't know it was him until you told me. I knew he does something, but I wouldn't know who that is.
I get it. I get it.
Totally
Yeah,
understood.
because if it were a baseball star, I would. If it were a Dodger, I would. But I got news for you. If the Angels players were in my grocery store, I would recognize Mike Trout. I would recognize Tim Anderson.
You
Maybe
do
Joe
something.
Adele?
Yeah.
Who?
Joe Adele.
I would recognize Joe Adele, but let's be honest.
Who? Yeah.
Let's be honest.
A lot of brothers look like Joe Adele, right?
Yeah.
Joe Adele, pretty regular, degular looking black man.
Right.
You're right.
There you
That
go.
might
That's
be
funny.
it.
Yeah.
That might be it. Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's going to be a great day today. It's going to be a great season. I can't wait to see. What
Either way,
it's
it's going to be fun. I don't know how it's going to finish, but it's going to be fun. For
yeah,
you.
and that's I guess the fun part about baseball, and the less fun part about basketball is that very rarely do you get somebody, what the hell are they doing in the finals?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in baseball. It
I
doesn't
got a
happen
question.
a ton in football either.
Glad you're here. So I have a question. We were talking about MVPs and stuff and Ohtani yesterday. And how can Max Muncy become MVP of the Dodgers? You should have heard that conversation. Were you here
Max
for that
Muncy?
one? I know. Fun.
I understand what you're saying. Like, in terms
There's a
of-
road, but
yeah,
it's-
I get team MVP is where we're
I think he was
talking
like
here.
45, 50 home runs,
He
maybe.
has a statistical year that you say, hey, what?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me if Ohtani is Ohtani and Freeman is Freeman. How does Mookie Betts become MVP of the league if Ohtani is still here and doing what he does?
More total bases and more outfield assists. I mean, it's a matter of playing more positions and doing and affecting more plays. I mean, like the thing about Ohtani is that he scores so many runs that it's really hard to get him off of the conversation. And people sleep on this all the time. If you score the most runs on the team, you're the best player on the team. That's
Yes.
pretty much how that works. And that's where Ohtani really finds himself ahead of other players, is that he runs the bases so well, he's on so much, and he scores so often that it's really hard to get away from that, even as a guy that doesn't play the field. Now, if
Right.
Mookie's out there with a full-blown plus arm in right, and he's a Gold Glover, well then, okay. And he's got more runs.
You keep talking like they're going to move him back to the outfield at some point.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
He doesn't belong in the infield.
Yeah.
He's good enough to play it, but anyway, that's another discussion. What I'm saying is that he's got to be able to affect the game on more occasions a night than Ohtani. And be better.
I'm just wondering
Can
why
I
you would
try to answer that question?
Well, just on that dovetailing, I'm wondering why, if you are sick, why are you rushing yourself back to play short?
You got to ask Dave that. But
I know, like,
that's
just
not for me. I might ask that question today.
Trying to get your shine, but go ahead. Okay, yeah.
I think there's two ways to answer how does Mookie win the MVP? Well, there's two answers to that question. Number one is Shohei has a year that is oddly un-Shohei-y. Right? Like he's just, I don't want to say he's just a guy.
but not
'cause I
this
don't
uniform. I need Shohei being Shohei.
then there's one other way. There's one other way. Shohei fatigue.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
people just literally decide we've given it to him 3 of the last 4 years. Let's give it to somebody. It's the Jordan thing. It's the Kobe thing. It's
Jokic
the LeBron thing. It's the Jokic thing. He's got enough. Let's just give it to somebody else. That's how.
Okay, makes sense.
Because if
Gold
he
Glove
has
shortstop and he's
Gold Glove
raking
shortstop
and
is
he's raking.
let me put.
I mean, I'm just maybe you never
Not
know.
in a league in which Frankie Lindor is also there.
Oh, guys, don't sleep on the most obvious thing.
What?
Ohtani's going to pitch this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
and so this idea that he is just this unbelievably awesome offensive player, which he is exceptionally likely to be again, he also could be an ace pitcher.
Yeah.
right.
So when it comes to there, by definition, by reality, by perception, by any metric that you want to put on it, he is the most valuable player because he does the two most important things at an A+ level. So the only way you give it to somebody else is if you're bored giving it to him.
And if he's not doing one of those things.
Right.
Can I ask you something real quick, DeMarco?
Yes, sure.
I'm jealous because I'm looking at this thing right here in front of us.
Yeah.
Guys and Dolls Playbill, Palos Verdes Intermediate School. Dude, so at my middle school, I was the prop director for Guys and Dolls when we did it in middle school.
What are the props? I'm unfamiliar with that production.
So what it's about is two gamblers who one bets another guy that he can't get a missionary to go out with him, a mission like a woman. You know what I'm saying? And what they do is they sort of run this game, and he tries to get her to Cuba and all this stuff. So there's boats, there's dice, there's things that gamblers use.
Yeah.
There's great songs. Guys and Dolls is my favorite musical
This
of
is
all
actually
time.
Guys and Dolls Junior.
Actually,
there's some things you have to leave out.
Yeah, there's certain things you have to leave out.
Right,
There's a part where they booze. There's a boozing part that wouldn't fly these days.
Yeah.
But I have the soundtrack on vinyl. I love it. I know all the songs by heart. I came in, I saw this. I said, "What?
Yes.
What is Guys and Dolls doing here?"
I
Very
was geeked.
excited.
I was going to have.
You went to see it?
The little kid I showed you that played the Sky Masterson.
Famously
I was
played
going to
by
have
Marlon Brando in the movie.
Yes, he's a percussionist, a drummer. I was going to have to sit in with his band.
Oh, that
was him, and because he had to do this play, and then thank God they've got one of the instructors to sit in because I was so scared. I didn't want to go.
you to play,
bro. These are real kids that train every day. I didn't want to be like Bob from La Bamba. I didn't want to be that guy.
Great song.
So I'm glad he sat in. But yeah, great play, great
Sit down,
everything.
you're rocking the boat.
Yes.
Sit down, you're rocking the boat.
Right.
Anyway, I love it.
The Far Side is coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
The countdown is on. In just 6 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Pour it on a black and gold. The two biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe.
Giroud, Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denny! 6 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
in California Edison and holding insurers accountable.
First, I didn't know what to do. I heard what you were doing for my buddy by loading his car up. He calls me, he says, guess who's loading my car with water? Jacob Imrani. Right. I mean, for real. I said, well, I'm going to talk to Jacob.
Call him at 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Visit him online at calljacob.com. And together, we are LA Strong.
Call Jacob. The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
But I'm still working on my McVay. I like when he calls George. But I'm working on McVay. I haven't spent enough time on it yet. I'm working on it, though. I want to be able to do.
I appreciate you buttering me up, George.
I appreciate you buttering me up, George. I want to get it
towards
so that,
the end. You got it a little more towards the end.
I want to get it so that when McVay comes on, I can McVay him.
Sedano and Cap is next at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
What are you doing over there?
I'm adjusting my microphone.
You're strangling the microphone.
No, see, DeMarco, you need to be on the microphone.
On the microphone. I am
so
on the
I'd like
microphone.
to make sure that it's in position
I
before
didn't
I
ask.
start the segment.
Jorge, am I on the microphone right now?
Yeah.
Are we getting text messages from Chris yet? No, not yet.
Not yet.
I'm on the microphone. You were
poof.
right.
You got a poof.
How come they don't list height and weight for baseball? That's
They
really.
do.
I'm looking at the pages. They don't really list it.
Where are you looking?
I went to a Wikipedia page.
Okay.
Forgive me for going there, but usually they have height and weight right there.
Go to Baseball Reference.
How
standard.
big is he? Freddie
6'5".
Freeman. He's 6'5". Let me see. 6'5" what?
I bet he's 220 something.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
6'4", 220.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good sized
By the way,
linebacker. Yeah.
there's no chance that man's 6'4".
He's taller?
Yes.
6'5", 220.
He's enormous.
That's a tight end.
Yeah.
That's a big old tight end. That
Yeah.
makes sense. I had no frame of reference about how big he was until this Japanese trip, or Japan trip, when he was being interviewed by Harold Reynolds. It must have been early in the morning there.
Okay.
But I know Harold. I've seen Harold.
Yeah, Harold's an average-sized guy.
Hugged Harold.
Yeah.
I know where Harold comes to. And I'm like, good Lord, Freddie looks like a monster next to him.
Yeah.
I didn't know 6'5", 220
Wait till
big.
you see him stand next to Shohei. You're like, oh, he's just as big as Shohei.
Shohei blew when he was in SoFi. I'm like, you got to be
He's
kidding me.
the same size as Shohei.
That's a baseball player?
Yeah.
No. Why? Who let you play baseball? You could have been a DN. That's how I think.
Go to the bottom of both of their pages and see how much guaranteed money they make, and ask that question.
I'm not saying they didn't make the right choice. I'm just saying. Just thinking about opening day and whatnot, and what it means and all that type of stuff. The very beginning, and it's so funny. How you have to, and I asked Bobby Wagner this question. Every defending champion, I asked the same question. What is it like to go out and defend your championship? Because I feel in my heart of hearts, because I had to do it, defending a Super Bowl is the toughest thing in the world. Okay. Because of what I keep saying. It feels like you walked off parade float right into training camp, and you get everybody's best shot. When you're just trying to get your sea legs and kind of ease into it a little bit, you're getting Super Bowl efforts from week one from everyone else.
Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead, shoot.
Like when the offseason between when you won and when you came back to defend.
Yeah.
Was there at any point where you, as you were preparing, lifting weights, eating, conditioning your body, all of that stuff, that you felt like I'm not doing enough, or did you feel like I'm getting ready the way I have?
No,
every other
it's the
season?
opposite, man. I'm doing too much, because for me at least, for all of us on that football team, that was the most football we had played in a year ever.
Yeah, sure.
So we were looking for a break. And when you're looking for a break and trying to train for the next year at the same time, it's a mind screw.
Interesting.
So I bet baseball is the same way, but from a mental standpoint, you're still being patted on your back for what you did. You beat the Yankees. That's what Clinton said. And then you have to get ready for this year. Whether it's there or not, there is a ginormous amount of pressure around this baseball team to perform. Now, you got great guys, and if you
would you draw the distinction between pressure and expectation, or is it the same?
They're kind of the same thing, aren't they?
I think they're a little different, but I understand what you're saying.
Okay, do me a favor. Tell me, pressure and expectation.
Pressure means that you have to get the ultimate prize. Anything less is looked at as abject failure, and you will be criticized.
That's
to
gun
me
to head.
That is pressure.
Okay.
Or else.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
This is incredibly high expectations. I don't think there's an or else attached to this.
Well, that's why I asked, and you were right. I'm not going to tell you guys are wrong, because you're exactly right. This team is loaded. You got the monkey off your back. You won the World Series. It's awesome. But if you go all the way through this year and come away empty, would you be okay with it?
It did be disappointing.
Be disappointing, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
If you didn't get it last year,
we would be in a totally different place.
Everything
right now.
would be different.
Yeah.
So expectation, pressure, kind of the same thing.
Okay.
I guess when you get to the top, a little bit different. It goes back, and I need to figure this out. And I think the last hurdle for this team, and this is the crux of what I'm talking about, is going from defending champs to hunting another one. So the hunted turns into the hunter at the same time when you're the hunted, if that makes any sense.
I gotcha.
Right. You have to go to the White House. And I don't know. We didn't go as a team. No? I'm not even sure if we were invited.
Who was the president when you went? Clinton?
This is 2001.
Oh, so
2000,
Bush.
2001.
George Bush.
Yeah, I have no idea why.
Okay.
I'm glad that we didn't have to, because that would have been something else to do in that season. We were all tired. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But it's weird. So that's your last thing you have to do to remember what you once were, because you're not that team anymore.
No.
And then once you move past that, you can get on with attacking this year. So that's what I mean. A ginormous amount of pressure, and even Oral talks about this. Yeah, you're distracted because you have to keep talking about it. Every question is about that, even if you don't want to talk about it.
This is weird, and not that anybody's rooting for this, but I wonder if, like, it just doesn't seem like it's very likely, but a little bit of a skid, a little bit of a bad patch for everybody to go, all right, enough of this super team last year, blah, blah. Let's get to work.
Yeah. Something bad, not bad.
Just a skid. Just that we lost
a little something
4 in a row, 5 in a row. Just something
yeah.
like, hey, guys, this is a new season. Nobody cares. Let's go.
I wish you could open with the Padres. That'd be fun.
That would be
Wouldn't that be fun to open with the Padres?
It's the best rivalry in baseball right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Start with Manny Machado. He does something dumb. There's your spark.
Well, don't worry about that.
Or a rally monkey, a rally cat.
He'll do something dumb.
He will do something dumb.
Well,
yeah.
Dodger fans, I know you're not. I like Manny Machado.
Me too. He's a good player.
He's a great player,
and
he's a pot stirrer.
Yeah.
And I get he's not, what did he say, Johnny Hustle? I get it. He's frustrating. Baseball's better with dudes like Manny Machado.
Of course it is. It's fun. They're littered with guys like Manny Machado. You just mad because he doesn't play for you.
They were like,
if he played for you, he'd be colorful.
And he'd be spiking the other team instead of spiking your guys.
Yes. So almost done defending. You got one more thing to do, and then you can get on chasing this one. So go ahead. Yeah.
Pennant today, or World Series banner today, rings tomorrow. White House visit when they
April.
They go to play the Nats in about a week or so. So that's when they're gonna hit the White House.
One more thing, and since we're on this, well, I brought it up about the White House visit. So 3 ways to handle this. You can go and sit on your hands, no matter how you feel about the guy that's in office. You can go and sit on your hands, do nothing, and be a good soldier. That's great. If you've got a bone to pick, you can go there and
pick the bone.
Pick the bone. He's right there. I don't think that's the right environment, because it's about team, not just about you. Or you can choose not to go. And I think all 3 are fair when you get an invite like this, because it is an invitation. It's not mandatory. It's voluntary.
Should go.
Right.
That's my opinion. You should go. If you don't like the politics of whoever happens to be in office, just sit on your hand. Nobody's saying you got to take a picture with the guy and tell everybody you love him. But if you don't go, the problem is, why didn't you go? And now we're off to the races.
There you go.
And it's just, we're there to celebrate the baseball team. It's cool.
We're all going to do this together, or we're not going to do
cool.
it.
You don't have to agree or disagree with the pod. Just go. Just take the picture and keep it moving. Dodgers. Yankees last year. We're going to revisit it all over again. R.J. Cutler, who is the director of a new series called Fight for Glory, the 2024 World Series on Apple TV. He joins us coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Collectors, Trevor Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th.
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and producer Lindsay, and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday.
I like it raw.
I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, and there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one
we can play the song, because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HBC. ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
RJ Cutler, the director of a really cool new series on Apple TV Plus, the 2024 World Series, is going to join us here in just a little bit. And they go game to game, and we'll talk about the game one, the Freddie game. And DeMarco, can I apologize to you in advance?
For what?
You're never, ever going to get me to stop talking about that.
The what?
That game one.
No.
The home run.
Good.
The fifth inning.
You should not.
I know.
I would never ask you to stop talking. That was awesome.
It really was an
one of the coolest sports moments ever.
It really was. Hey, okay, yeah. You know what? I'm so glad to hear you say that because I'm from LA. I'm a Dodger fan. I have had a lot of Dodger frustrations over the years, and I didn't know if it was just because it was this release of emotion for me or it was what you just described.
For you, it's like 2X.
Yeah.
But for everyone else, if you didn't have a dog in the fight when you saw that, it's like, wow, you'll never forget that. Yeah. He got all of it.
I watched it again last night.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It shows up on my Instagram feed. Like the algorithm has got me completely figured out.
The catch, I watch every now and then. It makes me happy. Dwight Clark.
The catch is amazing.
It makes me happy.
You know who's on the call for TV on the catch? Vin Scully.
Vin Scully, yes. What else? Marcus Allen's cutback.
Yeah, you know what? I don't see that very often, but I can picture it in my head.
Yeah, it just makes me happy to see. I remember exactly where I was.
What was that? Was that like a 60-something yard touchdown run, but he ran probably 90-something yards?
The funny part about this, because it was Marcus. That was Marcus improvising. Yeah. And he hit it, and it was gone. The next year, they tried to make it a play, and I don't think it worked at all.
No.
They tried.
No.
Right.
Okay. I'm not an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
But, hey, run to your left.
Yes.
Lose about 15 or 20 yards, and then circle back and try to split it up the middle. Right. Seems like a bad play.
That seems like a dude. Like, I called that play. See, watch. We're going to run it again.
It's a good way to get yourself canned. Okay, Dodger baseball today. But I'll be honest. Do you think we're going to get the game like we saw last night in Indiana, Lakers and the Pacers?
Yeah.
Is that going to be the Laker playoff experience where they look great at times and then their defense is dreadful at times and we're pulling our hair out?
I hope not.
It felt like it, though, because that's kind of a playoff-y opponent, right?
In some respects, yes. In some respects, no, because they took the foot off the gas. That's another moment where J.J. Redick says, see, this is what I mean. We have got to finish games because we almost lost. So I hope I don't see how it ended in the playoffs. But you might. You absolutely might.
Just that roller coaster because they got off to kind of not a great start.
Yeah.
Then they were really good in the second quarter.
Right.
And then they did the thing at the third quarter where it's like, oh boy, here we go. And then they settled the ship.
Yes.
And it was pretty good. And then the start of the fourth, you're like, I think they got this one in their back pocket.
Yeah.
And then all hell broke loose.
If you had to grade, what would you grade it, Mr. Hand?
The whole thing?
Yes. You heard that.
B-. I heard you.
Sorry.
I heard it. By the way, I'll be honest. I don't hate it.
No, it's cool.
Yes. B-.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would give him a B- because you got the win.
You got
right?
the win.
But
It's the only reason it wasn't a C-.
If this were the playoffs, and you could say Indiana is as good as any playoff team might be in the West.
Maybe not as good as any of them, but they're good.
Same threats, same problems.
They're not Denver. They're not OKC, but they're good.
They're good.
Yeah,
they're very,
good.
very good. So
they're Memphis. They're Dallas. They're Golden State.
Against another team with a grudge, you might lose this game. Right here. This could knock us out of the playoffs. As happy as I am that LeBron tipped this in to win, this could have cost us a playoff game and sent us home.
I want to play this for you. This is J.J. Redick after the game talking about what you were just talking about, which is, hey, guys, wake the blank up. We keep doing this thing.
Way more good than bad. We did like 4 of the dumbest things I've ever seen us do all season. I already told the guys that. Like nonsensical stuff. You take those plays out of it. Like everything else, we played well enough to win the game. And that was 11 points they had. And it was all 3 onside out of bounds in the first half and 1 at the end of the third quarter. Just nonsensical lack of awareness plays. Outside of that, when we were able to set our defense, I thought we were great in the half court. The turnovers, when you have a live ball turnover against this team, it's basically just put points on the scoreboard for them.
What do you make of that?
Funny. Only JJ, or because he's been there, he gets it. When he says dumb, you know what he means.
Sure.
Like we just lost focus for a minute. That's dumb on the floor. And I'm glad he said this is exactly what I told them.
Yeah, no, I don't think he would have talked out of school like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I told them the same
I said
thing.
that to their faces.
Right to their faces. And because he's done it, he's been coached before. But every time I hear him speak, and he is dead on, I keep saying this, I would not be shocked if he turns out to be one of the better coaches we've seen in the last 10 years. He's engaged. He's dialed in. He's dialed in at the right stuff on defense.
To him.
Yes, and they respond to him. Even LeBron responds to him. It's amazing. Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of Sean McVay listening to that. Now, McVay doesn't say things like we did a bunch of dumb stuff. Like he will always put it on himself.
It's my fault.
It's my fault. When it's good, it's their fault. When it's bad, it's my fault.
Yes.
Right? So he does that. But when you heard Redick go, well, this, and then, like just that immediate recall of what worked, or more importantly, what didn't work.
Well, that's the downside of that soundbite with J.J. Redick, because I think he's been saying the same thing basically for this road trip. This whole tough stretch.
Last 2 weeks?
Last 2 weeks. He said this against the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
We can't keep giving this easy stuff up on the other end.
We're going to lose.
We're going to lose.
You might beat San Antonio. You're not going to beat a good team.
So even though they respond to him, clearly they still aren't doing everything that he's asking.
No, okay.
So there's room to grow. Yes.
There is room to grow, and there are opportunities for sure, but there are, I don't want to say fatal flaws because I don't know if they're fatal, but there are flaws. And one of the towards the end of that game, they being the Pacers hunted and executed Luka Doncic 3 series in a row.
Yes.
They murdered him.
On defense. They're hunting him.
Where is he?
Yeah.
There he is. Take him.
Yes.
And it worked. They got easy
Coming
baskets.
soon in the playoffs.
There you go.
Yes.
Coming soon in the playoffs. And let's go back a little further than the 2 weeks we were just talking about. Let's go back a month and a half or so. That game in Denver.
Yeah.
Remember when they're in Denver and all of a sudden that swarming Lakers were like, whoa, what? Wow, this is something different. This is something new. This is something that works. I hope that JJ, and maybe not it's like a tactical or strategic thing, but there's something that he has back pocketed for the playoffs that will mitigate that to some degree, because they killed him at the end of the game.
I'm not sure if he can help with that. That's a LeBron and Luka thing.
Is there not a team workaround to try to protect him a little bit?
Okay, so here's my thought. Crybabying, there's a place for it in basketball, but it's only room for one guy, can't be two.
Yeah.
So if Luka is doing his thing and they are hunting him on the other end,
they sure were.
I could live with that as long as he's filling it up on the other side. That's the heaven and the hell of Luka Doncic. The other thing is you can't have LeBron doing the same thing and not getting back. That's the thing. So there's only room on the floor for one crybaby. If it's Luka tonight, then you can't be. If it's LeBron, then Luka, you got to be that guy. You know what I mean? It can't be both.
I kind of wish it was him being whiny and lazy, because it felt to me it was more like, I can't stop this guy.
Yeah.
There's one I can work with. You just kind of not being invested in it. I can hope to get you invested. I can hope to make you buy in. I can hope to make you understand the concepts that I'm trying to teach. And then I just can't stay in front of that guy.
Yeah.
And I hope it's not that.
You can trap. You can do that. A lot of people, you have to do it with Harden forever. Harden's not going to guard anybody.
Yeah.
So in key points in the playoffs, you're going to have to trap, help, double, and do
whatever. I
whatever.
do not like that you used him as the example, because we know how that ends.
But he's
an
offensive virtuoso.
100%.
Yeah. So whatever he's
might be the perfect comparison.
Yeah. You got to outscore whoever's killing you.
Yeah. I think this is going to be the ride in the playoffs, which is, let's hope that Luka fills it up.
Yeah.
He did.
And he will.
Let's hope that when it really gets down to it, that LeBron and Luka together can get the bucket that you need to win the game, which they did last night. But just defensively, that whatever it was, that 10 or 20 game stretch where they were really good, that was a mirage. You're just not. Maybe you're not a terrible defensive team, but that really good defensive team, that was just one of those things that happens occasionally.
See, I still think they can get back to that.
Do you?
I really do.
Why?
Because it's effort. It's effort related. It's effort and it's talk. It's communication. It's a coordinated effort. I think they can get back to it. I think this is a product of fatigue, if you ask me. Because of what we've been talking about, that meat grinder of a schedule, it's going to wear you out, and it's going to show up more on that end.
Yeah.
So I think when you get back to a normal pace, normal schedule, normal playoff with a rest in between, I think you'll see it again.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a really the schedule of the playoffs, and especially early, you get multiple days off between games sometimes. Once you get it beyond the first round, it's kind of every other day.
Because the emphasis on good product. Yeah. You want these guys rested.
You get some time off there to practice, to work on some strategery, as George Bush liked to say. It's the second time we mentioned him.
Just get these guys there, but just don't blow it. And you almost blew it last night, but I'm glad you didn't.
I'll be honest. I'm glad they didn't either. And it was super exciting. And let's be honest, this is why we turn this stuff on, is to be entertained. And it was wildly entertaining.
Yeah.
But that was what is going on with, Luka was getting murdered at the end of the game.
But Mavericks, everybody, they all come at him. It happens. Yeah. But the other part is he knows.
Yeah.
He's going to cook you on the other end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch
this. You think that last shot was going in?
I hoped. It would have been nice for Luka to get a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
But this is the one that freaked me out. That was LeBron's first buzzer beater as a Laker.
Really?
Yeah, right. See, that's what I said. That was his first buzzer beater as a Laker. Wow. Yes.
That is a wow.
Isn't that wow?
Yeah.
So I wanted Luka to get it, and then the announcer said that's his first one as a Laker. I'm like, oh, my God.
Let's talk about that final possession. Let's talk about how it went down, why it went down, and why they didn't call a timeout. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN, but not before we talk about Prize Picks. Prize Picks, you pick more, you pick less. You look at the statistical projections on your favorite players in your favorite sport. So if you're an NBA guy, go check it out. The Lakers and the Bulls tonight. You can go see Luka. You can go see LeBron. You can go see Austin Reeves, right? Go Kobe White for the Bulls. Pick more, pick less on their statistical projections, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. You're a baseball guy like me? Go look at the Dodgers. Right? Go look at Ohtani. Go look at Betts. Go look at Freeman. Pick more, pick less, and you can get paid. You're going to get paid quick, too, right? You get paid on your MasterCard, Apple Pay, however you really want to do it. They're going to take care of you at Prize Picks. But you can't do any of this if you don't play. So put the Prize Picks app on your phone, and when you sign up, make sure you use the promo code 710. 710 is the promo code, and when you do that, they're going to give you $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose. You don't even have to win that first one. You're going to get $50 so you can keep playing. So put Prize Picks on your phone. Use the code 710. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy with Prize Picks.
You never have to miss a moment of it.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. and producer Lindsay and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday.
Like it raw?
I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, and there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one
We
it
can
is.
play the song, because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HPC ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
The countdown is on. In just 6 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Pour it on, black and gold! The two biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe. Giroud,
Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denise! 6 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Collectors, Frobro Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Frobro Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to FrobroCardShow.com. That's FrobroCardShow.com.
At Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, we believe you should love who you want to love. And during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you can lease a brand new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Premium all-wheel drive for just $329 per month for 36 months with $39.39 due at signing. Visit Ocean Subaru today.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance, not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. Lease for 10,000 miles per year. VIN RH915476. MSRP $39.50 plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 3/31/2025.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
You want to make friends? You buy around for the bar.
Yeah.
Luka did that with parking. I thought that was fantastic.
Terrific.
Yes.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
So we got opening day today, Dodgers and the Tigers at Dodger Stadium. Tarek Skubal against Blake Snell. And we get to break it all down tomorrow with Oral Hershiser. He's going to join us in the first hour tomorrow. So if you want to hear Oral.
How do you like micheladas? How?
Do you not like tomato juice?
No.
Well, then you wouldn't like micheladas.
I know. How do you guys like those?
Because they're
Because
wonderful.
they like tomato juice.
Do you like those? Do you like?
I don't because I don't like tomato
Yeah.
juice.
Do you not like Bloody Marys?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I made micheladas this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, DeMarco.
Yeah. Good.
So good.
Okay.
So good.
Tomato juice.
I like to
Happy
line
for
up
you.
all of my things.
Me too. Yeah.
All of the little stuff that goes in. You know what goes a long way? Just a little bit.
What?
A little bit. Clam juice.
I'm out twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
this sounds. I'm on
out
your
2
side.
times on that.
This sounds
Little
disgusting.
horseradish, clam juice, Worcestershire, some muddled jalapeno, little Old Bay, and then
What
an
about
ice
something
cold
that tastes
michelada.
nice and easy to
There
go
was
down
only
like a
one
mimosa?
yes.
Those are
Thank
good too.
you.
I like a
So
mimosa
good.
too. but
Very
I-
easy.
So
More for
Brendan,
us.
and I, we don't have the tomato juice. So 2 weekends ago we made some, but with just the chamoy. So
Yeah.
you put chamoy, a little bit tahini, and a little bit of hot sauce.
Yeah.
Just to give it that red color.
Yeah.
Then you dump in the
I bet it was pretty good.
Oh, delicious.
Somebody gave
Little squeeze
me
of lime.
Oh,
at the softball game. We were doing the broadcast, and he gave it to me. And
A canned?
no,
Or
it was
okay.
one he made.
Because
or
the ones
whatever.
out of the can are kind of gross,
and it
frankly.
looked like he put some work into it.
You like it?
Yeah.
It depends. Yeah.
Okay.
First one took a sip, and stomach said no.
Yeah, no, look, if you
not
don't
happening.
like tomato juice, you're out from
Not
the jump.
happening. So I
Yeah.
put it down, and I kept my eye on him. Like as soon as you leave, I'm dumping
Chuck
this
it in
thing.
the can.
But he never. He kept looking at me like the whole broadcast.
No, look, I get it because if you don't like tomato juice, it's disgusting.
Oh, my
but
God, yeah.
I do. So we're good to
for
go.
you.
I had this long at Mace's party. Kate's and I had. You might have been standing there too.
Yeah.
Talking about scotch.
No.
It's the only thing I can't get behind.
Is scotch.
I really want to because it's sophisticated and it's
I was
fancy.
shocked by that. Yeah.
It tastes like paint thinner to me.
I don't want to profile you, but I would think you would love scotch.
I would think so too.
Yeah.
I want to.
You got the
I've
beard for
tried.
it? Yeah.
I've tried.
Yeah.
I make clear ice, DeMarco, which, by the way, works great. I'd like to go on record of saying the thing that I bought works great. I've made 4 different batches since I
Really?
got this thing figured.
No way.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
I'm glad you
perfect.
got that working.
ESPN LA, proud to partner with Children's Hospital
hold
Los
on. There you
Angeles' Make March Matter campaign. Here's what you do. You visit 710forchla.com to make a donation and support CHLA's efforts in helping kids get the breakthrough care that they need. Make sure to visit 710forchla.com. That's 710forchla.com to make a difference today. You mentioned that you heard on the ESPN broadcast that was LeBron's first buzzer beater as a Laker.
Yes. Is that confirmed? I hope so.
I don't know,
Yeah,
but it sparked some phone calls that I want
I'm
to
like, that cannot be right.
I'll put it this way. I can't recall another
Me
one.
either.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
I
going
mean, I
with it.
remember LeBron making buzzer beaters,
Yeah.
but not necessarily with the Lakers. Let's try a phone call here. Let's go to the IE and Tim. Tim, you're on with Trav and DeMarco. What's up, Tim?
Hey, guys. So I don't know why this is a surprise to anybody. This is my number one reason why Kobe Bryant is the GOAT, is because of his game-winning shots. I think LeBron, this was his 8th overall, and like you said, this is his first as a Laker. How many times? So, again, this goes to the point. Who do you want with the ball in their hands?
LeBron.
Anybody. It's Kobe Bryant, guys. It's Kobe
Oh,
Bryant.
no, I want Luka there. Did he just drop the F-bomb? Did he slip that one in there?
I didn't hear it.
Sorry, that's, yeah. But this is, I want Luka taking that shot. I
Okay.
really do.
Okay.
And this goes back to the dawn of LeBron's career, when we would emphasize more of him making the right basketball decision versus taking the shot.
Okay, I want to go back.
That's back in
I want to come
Cleveland,
back
yeah.
to the last shot and who should get it.
Okay.
I'm not moving past that. I'm putting that over here temporarily.
But if LeBron had to take it, I wouldn't be mad. Yeah.
He just said it. LeBron James hit his 8th buzzer beater, game-winning buzzer beater last night. Do you know who holds the all-time record for buzzer beaters in NBA history?
Winners or just
those type of shots? I read
who's
this morning.
The all-time.
Yeah. I'll give you a hint.
wait, I forgot.
It's not Kobe Bryant.
Wilt Chamberlain.
No.
Any basketball
No.
question?
But,
Wilt
okay,
Chamberlain.
Guess
Okay.
again and just don't overthink it.
Michael Jordan.
There you go.
Okay.
Michael Jordan has the most. You know how many he has?
How many?
9. You know how many LeBron has? 8.
Okay,
Would we
wait.
like to continue to litigate this?
Hold on. 8 in 22 seasons.
I'm not saying that he's making a million, but he has more than Kobe Bryant.
Okay,
or the
that's
same
fair.
amount. Like I'm saying, he's second all time.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying. Yeah.
I first of all, they're hard to make.
Yes.
The opportunity to have the ball down by or tied, whatever. Like they don't come around all that often.
I think the thing is, it's not the 8 that he hit. It's. I guess we're only tracking the ones that he hit. How many times did he actually take the shot?
I get
is
it.
the question.
I get it.
Yeah.
And last night I thought it was really interesting. So the Lakers get a stop.
Mm-hmm.
They're down 1. They get a stop, and they have the ball, and they got it back with about 11 seconds left.
Yeah.
Right. They had a timeout left. They did not call a timeout. JJ let it ride. Did not call timeout. Luka had the ball in his hands, which great.
Yes.
Fantastic option to have it in his hands. He gets what I think is a pretty good shot. He gets that little floater in the lane that we've seen him hit a million times. Obviously, it doesn't go in. LeBron tips it in. This is why I don't care who has it at the end of the game, if it's LeBron or Luka, because when was the last time we saw LeBron James that unattended to at the end of a game?
Almost never.
Almost never.
Yeah.
That 4 guys collapsed on Luka as he's going. He missed. It hits the front of the rim, and LeBron is right there. There's not a body within 2 feet of him, and he just tips it back in.
If there's 10 guys on the floor, at least 4 are watching LeBron.
Yes.
Yeah, at all times. This is new.
And this is new. Exactly right. And that's why what have we said about Luka and LeBron playing together? They're too smart of basketball players not to figure it out. They're fine. Luka has it at the end of the game. Great.
Yeah.
LeBron has it at the end of the game. Great. It's not like I think you have to get it to one or the other. You have 2 A-plus options.
If LeBron is going and he's up to 35, 36 points, sure, he's hot. Go for it.
I'll be honest.
If Luka was 34 points, this is the guy I want taking the last shot.
I
in
don't
this
care
game.
if either one of them were 0 for 15. Shoot it.
Yeah.
Anyone
else? No. Yes.
I'm not kidding you. Last night's a perfect example. Luka had it going.
Yeah.
He had 34 or whatever. LeBron did not for the vast majority of the game.
Got it going.
If LeBron wants to take that shot, I'm fine. I'm totally fine.
I might not be.
The opposite could be true for me too, where LeBron is making everything he's looking at, and Luka's got a shot that he thinks he can make. Shoot it.
If LeBron can't hit and he's struggling and he's working the rust off, and this guy can't miss, then it would behoove you to make the right basketball choice and go here. If it dictates the ball goes to you, make the shot.
The right basketball choice, in my opinion.
Yeah, either one of them.
Either one of them.
Yeah.
And Steph Curry could miss 30 in a row.
Going right back to
shoot
him.
it.
Yes.
And I know that LeBron and Luka don't shoot like that, but they're basketball players like that.
Totally.
Give them options, and this is why. And I think that they got to play better defense. They got to be a little more consistent. They have to start doing boneheaded, nonsensical things.
Get their legs back too,
and get a little bit better. But what we saw at the end of that game last night is what I would guess keeps opposing coaches up at night knowing they have to play the Lakers in a playoff series is what do I do in that situation where Luka's going to the hoop?
Yes.
You have to collapse on him. You have to.
You have no that's the most interesting thing out of that McAfee interview is when he was talking about LeBron and Luka playing together. And if you don't think we can figure out how to be great together, you're stupid. Because he's right. These two guys in a playoff scenario versus anybody, I'm okay with that. I don't think there's a team out there that would have that much of an advantage against LeBron and Luka.
I think it's marginal at best.
In symmetry.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
They're
when he's going and he's going, show me.
Show me.
Right. Show me.
Oklahoma City is probably going to have the best record in the NBA when it's all said and done. Hopefully the Lakers get a chance to beat them at some point in the playoffs. Sure. Yeah, let's go.
I'll take that.
Let's go play.
Absolutely.
Is Oklahoma City the favorite? Yes. Are they more likely to win? Probably.
Right.
Do the Lakers have a shot? Absolutely.
Thunder are fun to watch.
They are.
Yes,
they are.
So
but the Lakers and Luka against anybody. Let's go.
I like our chances. I really do. I really do like our chances against anybody. Yes, sir.
Let's not stop playing defense for 10. DeMarco, they just stood there
Get
and
out
watched
of this
the guy
nonsense.
go there.
How many more games on this road trip? You got Chicago and then where?
Memphis.
And then Memphis. And let's get back to a normal schedule where you can get off your feet for a while.
They're almost done.
In your own bed.
They got 10 games left.
Yes.
We're almost done, and then you get, like you mentioned,
I'm almost
a
willing
little
to
bit of a breather.
Bet that Chicago won't score 143 points again.
I think that's a
Is
safe bet.
Is that a safe bet?
I feel like that's a pretty safe bet.
Also, just back to this thing about LeBron being like 29 as a Laker in the last. I think it's because I think people forget the best version of LeBron is going downhill, driving to the basket, either getting it and getting fouled or just getting fouled. That just doesn't go for a buzzer beater.
Yes.
Buzzer beaters don't really work like that if that's your way of playing basketball.
I agree with you.
So often he will score in the last couple seconds of the game, but he'll go downhill and get free throws.
If you told me you get one play to win the game, and you can pick any player in the league to do whatever their speciality is, LeBron going to the basket with speed might still be my pick.
Oh, it would be my second.
Behind?
Steph Curry shooting a three.
Okay, that's a pretty good choice, too.
Yeah,
Giannis with speed going to the hoop, that's another one that's almost indefensible.
Yeah.
Like, there are a few that are out there, but if...
Your superpowers, LeBron going to the basket probably is number two.
When he...
Yeah, because
he's making it or he's going to the line.
Right. Either way, right.
That's the way.
It's unstoppable. Yes.
Let's go. Let's go. Factor Cap is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. My pals at Rotolo Chevrolet have done it again. Dealer of the year again. 13 years. And in fact, I'm going to see my friends from Rotolo Chevrolet today at the baseball game up the street here that they're going to start the season today. Love my guys at Rotolo Chevrolet because not only have they taken care of me for years, cars that I've bought from Rotolo Chevrolet, but they've taken care of my friends, and I know that they're taking care of you as well. That's how they win Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row, by having all the selection, incredible pricing, and customer service that is second to none. So if you've been thinking about a Chevy Silverado, and why wouldn't you be thinking about a Chevy Silverado? They're amazing. Get yourself to Rotolo Chevrolet. It's right off the 210 freeway in Fontana, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. You'll see it, no problem at all. If Fontana is not in your neck of the woods, that's okay. You can still get that great Rotolo service, that great Rotolo selection, that great Rotolo pricing online at RotoloChevy.com. That's ROTOLO, RotoloChevy.com. Go see why Mike Capozio's dancing. Go see why I've been telling you about Rotolo Chevrolet for years, because they're going to take care of you too. And when you get to Rotolo, make sure that they know that Travis sent you in.
The countdown is on. In just 6 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami. The countdown is on. In just 6 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Pour it on, black and gold! The two biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe. Giroud,
Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denise! 6 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
Joint copy, O'Shea Jackson Jr. and producer Lindsay and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday,
I like it raw.
I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, and there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one
We can play the song, because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HPC. ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
ASA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to FrontRowCardShow.com. That's FrontRowCardShow.com.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least two players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks, and springtime is here, and that means baseball season is underway, so don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond in your Prize Picks lineup. Strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, take your pick, more or less, for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash today. And on Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with guys from basketball, hockey, esports, and a whole lot more. Download the app today and use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play that first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Finding the right employee for your company is tough. One wrong hire can be a major setback. You're not alone if you face this. A recent survey by Robert Half shows nearly half of hiring managers readily admit to making a bad hire. Luckily, there's a solution. With Robert Half's specialized recruiter's experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can have the right skilled professional in place quickly. We understand what it takes to build winning teams because at Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Guten Tag. Yourself.
The last 2 days, I've seen 2 movies that I would consider myself to be. I didn't cry in either of them, but I was definitely moved in both of them. And I consider myself to be a softie. Okay. I will be moved by small things or big things. And my statement is, you consider yourself a softie. Oh. Someone who allows yourself to feel a lot. Travis, Factor Cap.
I think it's Cap. I want it to be fact, and I think I'm trending towards fact. Before, I would keep that stuff so close. I was so afraid of letting some of that stuff out for reasons that just don't even make any sense at all in retrospect. But there's still a little bit of that there. Anything involving children or parents, I lose it, and I lose it fast. And that's just, and I'm okay with it now. Before, you said, no, I'm cool. But yeah, I'm not quite a softie yet, but I'd like to turn into one.
All right, DeMarco.
Fact, I'm a super softie. And the weirdest moments. You seen that MMA movie, Warrior, with Tom Hardy?
No.
There's a part where his brother is holding on to this submission of this Russian that's supposed to kill him.
Okay.
And he's got him. He's about to win. And his trainer's screaming, break it, don't let go. Because if you lose your house and everything goes away. Just in that moment, I started bawling in the theater. I really did. I am a big softie. Rocky.
What was it about it that made you cry?
Just because, he told him right before the round started, if you lose this fight, you have no home. And you can't beat this guy.
Got it.
And he did it. He beat him. Yo, Adrian, I did it.
Oh,
Gets
great.
me every time.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, every time.
Yeah.
And have you seen The Road to Perdition, Emily?
Yes.
I have not seen that. What's it about?
Paul Newman, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. It's about moonshine.
Tom Hanks is a hitman.
He's a hitman in the movie.
Yeah.
Plays against type.
Yeah.
When it's a father-son moment, it gets me every single time. I'm a big time softie.
The other one that is 100% I got to turn it off or leave the room.
Yeah.
Is when a mom or dad returning from overseas surprises the husband or the wife or the children.
Oh.
Forget it.
Yes.
Forget
every single time.
Yeah.
Yep. See, I'm tearing up now. Stop.
Anytime a parent in a movie says they're proud of this person, that also always gets me as well. Jorge.
Oh yeah, especially if music gets involved. And we talked about this with that movie, with that robot movie. What's it called?
Wild Robot.
Wild Robot, man. Just the music alone, sometimes with that, you start bawling. Another scene from a movie, Lionheart, with Van Damme.
Yeah.
Where those bad guys take him in the car.
Yes.
And at the end, spoiler, who cares? It's from the 90s. They let him off.
They let him out.
Go, and then you look at the street, and he's running down the street to go hug the little girl. Man,
right in the feels.
Yes,
right in the feels. Yes.
Also happened last night on an episode of Survivor. There was a player who was just really struggling through this thing she eventually does it, and she just like breaks down because she's just like so overwhelmed and exhausted. And then like someone who's like her competitor comes and comforts her because he knows that she needs it. And it was just like, oh, again, I was like a little big old softie. So anyway, I'm a big old softie.
I haven't forgiven Dolph Lundgren yet. I still owe him one for killing Apollo. I'm not done with
messed
you.
up.
I still
Throw
owe you
the
one.
damn towel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We can be friends, but I got to get one lick.
Living in America.
See, I can't hear that song without crying. There you go.
Another thing I watched, it was called The Studio. It's a new show on Apple with Seth Rogen, and it's a good show. But in it, he plays a studio executive who has to tell people bad news. You know, he's trying to make this studio as good as it can be, but he occasionally has to tell bad news to his heroes. So in the show, he has to tell Martin Scorsese, who's playing himself, that his movie is going to be axed, basically. And it was funny because he was like, "Oh, I love Marty. I can't call him Marty anymore. It's a good show." Anyway, you've ever had to tell someone you've looked up to, a hero per se, bad news? You ever had to tell someone that you've looked up to that you're going to let them down in some way? DeMarco Petricat.
Oh my God, have I had to? Someone I looked up to. I'm going to have to. No, I don't think I ever have. Someone I looked up to tell them bad news or let them down. If I had to, sure, right? Yeah, if you had to tell someone bad news. Yeah, but I've never been the bearer of bad news. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Where the assistant strength coach had to go downstairs and tell the strength coach, the head guy, that I'm taking your job.
Oh, golly.
We're changing offices.
That's brutal.
I've seen that happen, but I've never had to do it. So, no, Kat.
Trav, have you been a bearer of bad news in this way?
Not like that. No, not where. I mean, I've had to fire people, which is, even if you don't like the person you're firing, sucks. To tell someone they don't have a job anymore is bad news.
Yeah.
That stinks. This isn't necessarily bad news, but I've had to tell somebody something that I knew was going to disappoint them in some way. I've told this story before. When I got the stupid tattoo that I have.
Yeah.
And I was going to get a back surgery. And I'm in the room before, they make you put on the gown and all that stuff. And I was with my dad, went to the hospital with me to do this thing, and they did not know I had this stupid tattoo. So I have to get undressed in this room. My dad's in there, and I'm putting on the gown and all this stuff. And I just got to say, oh, by the way, I got to tell you, I did something really dumb. and I thought he was going to be really not mad. My dad doesn't get mad but I thought he was going to be like, dude, really? Like, I thought it was going to be one of those. And he's like, yeah, that's pretty dumb. Like, he kind of laughed it off, but I was really nervous to let him down in that
crazy.
moment. Yeah.
Wow.
Jorge?
Yeah, no, I haven't done that. I mean, I've seen it done, and I've known coworkers, but somebody like I look up to like that, not the same scenario, but I've had to tell other coworkers on TV, like, hey, man, listen, we're not taking you in the crew anymore. Like, you don't want you on the road with us anymore, and it sucks. Because you can't explain to him why. Like, you just talk to Eddie; he'll explain it.
You know what had me worried a little bit was Mason's party. Like, did we talk about this with everybody? Did everybody get the invite or no?
Yeah, that's a weird spot to be in.
Yeah, that's weird, right? Yeah. Right.
Better to not say anything.
Not say a word, right?
All right, last one for you guys. The Arizona State college football head coach, Dillingham, had at his practice, he wanted to instill in his guys that last season's done. You guys are done thinking about the championship, and he did it by playing We Are the Champions the entire practice over and over and over and over again until the players were like, I never want to hear that song again. I hate this song. I don't want to hear We Are the Champions ever again, because he thought he would instill in them that, like, yes, we are turning the page. We're no longer champions, quote unquote. We're getting ready to go.
Interesting.
Got me thinking. There's been a song that you did like originally. You liked it. That has been overplayed too much that it's almost torture for you now to listen to it. Jorge Petricat.
Fact. This song. I don't know why they play this. I mean, I know why, but even my daughter hears it now, and Brenda hears it like, oh, look, that's Daddy's song. That's Daddy's song.
That's funny.
No, it's not. But, just because.
Oh, it's because you were winning too much, Jorge, at the Mandy's?
Exactly.
Okay, great.
That's very funny.
So this is.
It's your softball song, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now it's one of those things like, oh, that's your song, Daddy. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Trev?
Yep. Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh.
That I love that song in high school. It's a really, really good song. I still like the song, but I heard that song multiple times a day for 15 years, and now I associate it with getting canned and losing a very good job. And now when I hear it, I cannot split the difference. I still immediately think of the show and getting fired, and I have never been able to turn the page on this particular song.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a few. I just wrote these down. Okay, Start Me Up by the Stones reminds me of getting my butt handed to me in Kansas City by Tony Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah, you've told that story. That's great.
Every time he scored, they played that song right before kickoff. I never want to hear that song again. I'm not even going to say that one because I'll be attacked by you-know-who. But anything by that one artist, because she was everywhere for a while.
Taylor Swift?
I'm
Yeah.
not, see?
It's okay.
I didn't say it.
I'm not going to attack you. That's okay.
What's the song?
Any Taylor Swift song.
Oh, any Taylor Swift song. Okay.
Huh?
What's your Twitter handle?
I just stop.
Okay. Baby will.
Okay, here's new. Not Like Us. I'm tired of hearing that song. It's been overplayed now.
Yeah.
You're going to hear it today.
See, there we go again. Remember Yeah by Usher?
Uh-huh.
Overplayed. Everybody played that song everywhere.
Yeah.
And then Bodak Yellow by Cardi B. Remember that song?
Yeah.
That song was everywhere, every stadium, every 5 seconds.
Would
it
I
kept
know that
coming
song?
on. It made her popular. I'm sure if we
probably
played the
would.
beat,
Yeah.
you would. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Everywhere. So sorry.
I like your Tony Gonzalez answer.
Oh, my
That's like,
God.
dude, seriously? Again?
Oh.
Again? How many touchdowns did he get in that game?
4.
That's too many.
So here's the funny thing. That week before, we had our 5th string tight end be our scout team guy. This song.
If you wanted to,
It was everywhere. So our 4th string tight end was being Tony and scout team.
Probably not the same sort of athlete
Not
as
even
Tony.
close. He was our long snapper and our professional drunk on the team. We couldn't stop him Wednesday and Thursday. Right.
Oh, that's problematic.
Right.
When you can't stop the drunk long snapper from
we
tearing
don't
up
have a
your
prayer.
defense,
Yeah.
not a great sign. Factor Caps brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. A lot of choices in legal teams, but with Joe, family always comes first, and that is a fact. 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Or Joseph S. Normand, the law offices of Joseph S. Normand at normandlegal.com. That number, one more time, 213-747-2000. Opening day at Dodger Stadium, opening day across baseball. We'll get into it next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station. The countdown is on. In just 6 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Pour it on in black and gold. The 2 biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe.
Giroud, Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denise! 6 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and producer Lindsay, and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday.
I like it raw.
I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, and there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one
We
it
can
is.
play the song, because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HBC. ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
Draft their next superstar? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Witness unforgettable moments and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't miss out. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
Something amazing is happening in workplaces everywhere. Devices are learning how people work and adapting to help them get more done. That's because CDW is modernizing experiences with Dell's intelligent portfolio of devices. Thanks to built-in security and AI capabilities, your teams can work smarter wherever they may be. Dell and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Client.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
Whatever happened to doing the show today without your shirt on?
It's a very interesting question.
Did you offer to at some point?
At one point I said, yeah. By the way, I've never stopped going to the gym.
I've been on a Zoom call with Mason that he did with his shirt off.
Yeah.
With Kevin Demoff, the COO of the Rams.
And I was ripped. I was shredded.
He was also in bed, Heather.
Yeah, I was in bed, but shredded.
OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN. This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
You're from over there, I'm from over here. We're sitting in this hot tub together. What do you like to drink?
No.
See?
No.
No? None at all?
No.
Come on.
No.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I thought for sure we were coming back with a song.
Oh, no. I wouldn't do that. Come on.
Yeah, I thought
about Jungle?
I thought one
Yeah.
that you said, one that I said. I thought that for sure we were coming back with something along the way. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences thanks to our friends at Delta Airlines, Legends Attic, and Pechanga Resort Casino. All proceeds will be donated to CHLA. Visit 710forchla.com to make a difference today. Have you scouted out the hike that we're going to take? You know exactly where we're going?
The Long Beach? No.
Oh, that's right. He wanted to do an
urban hike. I think
Okay.
we're going to be walking around Long Beach.
You met the guy that won the prize.
Yeah. I think he's your height. He's
Okay.
around your height. Tall guy.
Okay.
Nice guy. Yeah.
Did you get to know him at all?
Nope. We were. He was coming through to meet Byron Scott.
Okay.
And actually, he was there to meet me, and he met Byron Scott. So it
Okay.
was just, hey, I'm the guy that won the walk with you and Travis.
Here's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
If this walk is in Long Beach, it's like you said, Long Beach is a big city, right?
Yeah.
And if we're just strolling through, let's say, the harbor area.
Yes.
There are establishments in and around that area that could derail a walk necessarily.
I think we're going to walk with the right guy.
Okay.
I think he's of like mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the hike could turn into we walked into this establishment.
Yeah.
Let's post up here for the rest of the
And then we walk away.
Right.
Yeah.
Walk back to our Ubers and go our separate ways.
I figure we walk an hour.
Okay.
And stop.
Okay.
And we have to walk an hour's distance, not in a circle, an hour's distance.
Like an hour out and an hour back?
Right.
Oh,
Stop,
okay.
eat, chill, do whatever, and then walk an hour back. That's
probably 6 miles.
That's a good 6.
Yeah.
That's a sweat.
Okay.
Plus lunch.
I'm not worried about the walk there. I'm not necessarily worried about the walk back under normal circumstances. It's the walk back after the hanging out part.
Okay. So we'll walk there, stumble home. How about that?
How about we walk a little further there and
Okay.
then Uber home?
Okay, so just walk it out, get it all done, and then Uber back. I'm with that too.
Do 4.
Yeah.
I think we should set the over-under at 6 miles.
Okay. The distance, I'm happy to do whatever
Yeah,
distance
yeah.
anybody wants to do. And I think we should do you remember the man's name?
I do not.
Okay. So
Curtis, I think. Maybe.
Let's say Curtis for
Yeah.
the sake of this discussion. Let's say Curtis wants to do 1 mile. Let's do a mile. Curtis wants to do 6 or 7.
He was wearing shorts. I looked at his calves. He can walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if Curtis wants to do 15?
He can go.
I can do 15. I don't care.
Yeah, let's go.
I can do that. That's
15
fine.
does not scare me.
No,
no.
neither. I mean, it's a long walk.
Yeah.
but that's
Long
fine.
time to spend with each
That's
other,
cool.
but yes, they're good company.
He might want to. I'm in it. Let's go.
I will go as far as Curtis. You are going to set the agenda, probably.
Yeah.
And let's end up somewhere.
Can't wait. Gonna be fun.
You know what crazy thing I saw on TikTok the other day was these people doing these 250-mile running races.
Yeah, the ultras.
Overnight.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
John Shin used to do those.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm just watching basically, that crazy guy who did the Get Ready With Me or his daily routine.
Yeah.
But it was this guy walking through, filming himself the entirety of this. I want to say he did it over 3 days.
Yeah.
Might have been a little longer than that.
They'll do those occasionally, through Death Valley.
Oh, I believe
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I just think that
It's
why would you do that?
Because you can.
There you go.
I
It's
just
the
don't
answer
understand
to the
it.
question: why did they climb the mountain? Because it was
there.
Why do they go to space?
Yeah,
I don't know.
to see if we can.
Yep.
Go
right.
knit or something. It's just a strange thing.
There is a point where you get in such good shape that you can't get tired.
there's something about, and I'm not doing an ultra through Death Valley. Let's not get crazy, but there is something about, I wonder how much further I could go today.
Yeah.
Like, and I am far from an elite athlete or anything like that. But once you get to a point where whatever it is I'm doing, let's just pick a number, 5 miles. Okay. It's pretty easy for me now. I wonder if I could do 6.
Mm-hmm.
Now 6 is easy. Now I wonder if I could do 10. And you kind of keep kicking it further down the road to the next thing you know, you're running through Death Valley over 4 days.
And
this guy was going, like, he had to go to the medical tent, and he had to have
Oh,
it. He had
yeah,
an injury.
they get messed up.
I just maybe don't.
There may come a time in your life when you have to walk 40 miles, and you never know.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to think I could do it. I have to walk 40 miles to get water. Of course you could. If you had to, you could. Of course.
Yeah, but like I could do it now just because I could do it.
Right.
Like, it would be difficult, but like before it would be I have to do it or die.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's not now anymore.
You could be like a bag man in
I just
Better
love it.
Call Saul.
Yeah,
exactly.
Love it. But one more thing, I do like what that coach did at Arizona State.
Dillingham.
Dillingham. Playing that song over and over and over until you got sick of it. I think that is amazing.
It's interesting.
That's a great way to start.
It's an interesting idea.
Yeah, it drills it into your head that this is about this year, not last year.
You know what I like too? I like coaches that get creative. Now, not everything is going to land right with everybody, especially a football team where you got 100 guys or whatever it is. Like some guys are going to be rolling their eyes, but other guys may really respond to something like that.
True.
I like the out of the box stuff as opposed to let's all meet in a meeting room. Last year's last year. Let's move on. Like, okay, cool, whatever. But to bring it home differently like that?
Yeah,
cool.
It's active.
Yeah.
I do remember, this is funny, it was the recruits we used to get before we won the national championship and the recruits we got after. The ones we got after were so entitled because they were coming to a number 1 team.
Oh.
Right. You're being recruited by the number 1 team in the country.
Oh.
So they came in with an attitude. The ones before came in hungry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you getting better athletes?
We were getting better athletes.
Yeah.
We were getting special guys, day one type dudes, but they
Right.
came in with the big head already. Yeah, it was weird.
Well, everybody. So you're national champion, right?
Yeah.
So you can now pick day 1 guys.
Yes.
And those day 1 guys have always been day 1 guys. And so they're coming to you now too, but they've always been.
Whole different expectation. It's weird how that happens.
Was
but
it
I
your
like
job
that.
to break them?
No, it wasn't. It was just either they're going to be dogs or they're not. No matter how you got here, we're going to practice hard.
Yeah.
So if you've never been hit or you don't like getting hit, then this might not be the school for you. Transfer.
Yeah.
So I don't care how you got here
How many
and what
washed
they
out?
said to you. Not that many washed out, left the program,
Yeah.
but some guys went to the bottom of the depth and just never. I'm just
They
not
just didn't have the heart.
right because transferring was different.
Yeah.
then.
Oh, yeah. No, that was you were basically forfeiting your
Yeah.
chance to play.
You were just practicing to get a degree, but
Yeah.
so no matter how you got here, you're still going to be a dog. Absolutely.
When you say a dog, do you mean a husky or like just that dog in you?
No, just the husky, like how
Okay.
we do things. Like how we did things then, I think would put a coach in jail now.
Yeah, you kidding?
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was normal for us.
You guys were hitting your quarterback in practice.
Yes.
That seems counterproductive to me.
I keep saying this. We thought concussions were funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like not the right way to treat concussion. Well, look, I'm not a neurologist, but that seems like something you should have taken seriously.
I came and I had a pinched nerve in training camp. I'll never forget this. And I told
this is college or pro?
This is pro.
Okay.
So the head trainer here, his name is Jim Anderson. Great guy. He had an S list.
Okay.
Sure. So my blank hurts. Anyway. So he said you have a pinched nerve. And I'm like, oh, good. That means I can practice tomorrow. And he goes, no, that means you're out for a week. I'm like, really?
Really?
You get to sit out practice here for a pinched nerve? Like, yes. You guys didn't? Like, no. Absolutely not. No way. Oh, my God. They'd run you out of the stadium for a pinched nerve? That's nothing. Right.
Yeah. Add it to a list. We've got this is like the C scrolls where you pull add it to the list of reasons I could have never been a football player.
Crazy. I know.
You want me to do what? No, I quit.
Yeah, they told me go do a neck roll. Yeah, I think I got a stinger, a pinched nerve. Yeah, just go do a neck roll. You'll be fine. Get back in there.
Like this?
Yeah. Just go sit on your head and roll around on the ground.
Yeah, good idea.
You'll be fine.
Wonder what could go wrong with that.
Right.
LeBron going to the next level. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco and his neck on 710 ESPN.
When the Eaton fire hit, families were caught off guard.
When I got the call that there was a fast-moving fire, I was like, no, this is not happening.
If you lost your home, call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB, or visit calljacob.com. Together, we are L.A. Strong.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Collectors, Front Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to FrontRowCardShow.com. That's FrontRowCardShow.com.
Mega Sports Station.
710 ESPN.
Feeling good, like I should.
What is that?
When in Durga, walk around the neighborhood.
Over under on hot dogs today. Dodger dogs.
For you?
Yeah. I think I have a number in mind.
You know what? For you, I'm going to set it at 2. I think
I'm going to set it at 1.5.
I will definitely have one.
Yep.
The second one is the question. Do I do nachos? Do I do an ice cream? Do I do something other than the second
Peanuts
hot dog?
and hot dog.
Peanuts, hot dog, and a beer will all be taken down.
So
those three.
You go and you buy a Dodger dog.
Yeah.
And you enjoy that Dodger dog.
Yes.
Okay, so you digest that, or at least you're hungry again.
Yeah.
You go back and get nachos. You don't get the dog, you get the nachos.
Okay.
You're chilling, great day, Dodgers win. On the way out, somebody hands you another Dodger dog that you didn't have to pay for.
It's a great question.
Do you eat it?
No.
You don't?
Well, yes, I eat it. I don't eat it right there.
You take it home with you.
It's put it this way. It's getting to the car, but it's not getting home.
Okay. It's going to make it to the parking lot.
It will make it to the park. It will make it out of the parking lot.
Yes.
Like it will make it to the freeway, but there's no chance it makes it out of my car.
The nice
again.
reward for getting in your car going home. I got you.
Look, this game's going to end 6:30-ish.
Yeah.
6:45. I live down in South Orange County. It's a long drive.
What if they're way ahead going into the 7th?
I am the guest of somebody today.
Yes.
So I leave when they leave.
Okay. I mean, you start to get your keys out around the 7th if you're up 9 runs.
If it's 9-0 in the 7th inning,
you start making
Where
overtures.
do they live? Where do the person that's taking you? Where do they live? Okay, so they have
they
a lot
got to drive
of,
too.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's
on the
when
same
you
page.
make it conspicuous. You put your address in the GPS. Dang, that's a long way.
I'm a good guest.
You hang out?
I'm a good guest. I'm going to let you set the agenda. If it were my tickets,
gone. That's fair.
If it's good. It's a good game. I stay.
That's fair.
But if it's more than 3 runs going into the 8th inning, sayonara.
Okay, that's a long drive. I may give you that.
Yeah.
You know me. You stay in your seats no matter what. You finish the game. Respect the players. But that's a long drive at night.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm being disrespected. And if they feel like I'm being disrespectful, that's their problem, not mine.
Right, no doubt.
Yes, sir. If Mookie is mad at me when he sees me stand up out of my seat, then I can live with it.
Mookie, I'll make it up to you.
He gets to the plate and he goes, "Hey, who's that over there walking out? You have to come back down."
Right. Sit down, Travis.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, man.
I haven't
Gonna
been
be
to
good.
opening day in 25 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
you would have gone every year. I would have lost my house on
no,
that.
No, it's a full day. First of all, it's a long day.
Yeah.
And as we talked about earlier, I love being home.
Yeah.
But when the opportunity presented itself yesterday, I jumped on it.
Of course.
I jumped on it. It was like, yeah, let's go.
I've never been to Dodger opening day.
Yeah, I've only been to Dodger opening day.
Yeah. I want to go to see how they do it. I've been to Oakland opening day.
Would they draw? Would it be a big crowd?
Yeah. I mean, it's the A's fans. They all show up.
A's have great fans.
They do. It's fun. It's fun. The Cardinals opening day.
Oh yeah.
The city shuts down.
I bet
you could walk on the freeway and get there.
Yeah. The Cardinals are a well-attended team.
Yes, and everything's like the parade this year with the cop. You need to sit down.
Oh.
It's kind of like, I get it. Just, we're all here. We're having a good time. Sit down, bub.
Don't hurt anybody.
Don't be crazy. Right.
What do you got, Em?
So this is some Laker news. Rui will not play the second night of a back-to-back tonight in Chicago. Not surprising. He's coming back from his injury a long time away, but just letting you know, he will not be available tonight for Chicago.
Okay. If this is just maintenance, if this is like they decided he was not going to do back-to-backs, that's fine. If this is they were planning on him and he's not feeling great, that's a little more concerning.
Yeah.
But because he was good for them last night.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, his outside shooting, his defense.
He's a big body.
He is a big body. And, I love it when Rui starts to rebound. That's when you know things are going well. I'll make you a bet here. I bet if the Lakers are in contention for a championship, that dude hits a big shot that wins a series for you.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Me either.
Yeah.
I bet he hits a big shot from the corner.
It's going to have to be him, Reeves, DFS. Somebody that's not those other two guys is going to have to win a game or two for you.
Right.
They're going to. It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
And even if you're looking at some look, Curry is going to make his shots, but it's going to have to be somebody that's not Curry on the Warriors. It's going to have to be somebody that isn't SGA on OKC. Like those guys to win a title or get close to it. Other guys got to show up.
I see Rui hitting a big shot on an assist from LeBron. If that pass goes to Luka to start the play and a got-to-have-it moment, he's going to shoot it. I bet LeBron makes the right choice on a drive, like we said, and kick out to Rui, and you hit a big shot.
Yeah, cool. I'm down. It does feel like, and maybe it's just the juxtaposition of the two things that happened at the same time. Him going on McAfee yesterday, and him hitting a game winner that night.
Oh, shut up, everybody.
I think LeBron is one of the very few athletes that can do that. I'm going to turn it up a little bit more and go from very good to something beyond that. That we've got 10 games left, or last night we got 11 games left. We're not playing our best basketball. We need to get serious about this, and I'm going to set the tone.
Oh, my God.
You're coming with me come hell or high water.
Can you imagine if they lost that game and LeBron played like he played? 13 points, right?
Yeah.
If he played like he played and they lost that game after being on McAfee for an hour plus, we'd be burning him right now. We absolutely would be barbecuing him. And he got the win. You blessed. Good tap in.
Yeah.
The basketball gods favor you right now.
It just feels like he's got, because he was edgy with McAfee yesterday. Like he was unfiltered.
He had an agenda.
Yeah, he did.
Did you see the way Windhorst was dressed this morning on TV? Oh my God, he went and got a haircut, put on his Sunday best. Oh yeah, he was going to answer. Yeah.
And by the way, LeBron always has an agenda, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. He's LeBron James. He can do whatever he wants. But it feels like he's sharpening that edge for what's about to start to happen.
In the postseason?
Yes, that he's not waiting for game one of the first round of the Western Conference playoffs to say, let's go. The let's go felt like it started yesterday.
His teeth and his ambition are bared.
Yeah.
That's from Lion King.
Yeah.
But I did like this, and I've been kind of going back and forth with this Stephen A. LeBron thing. And it's interesting. Stephen A. brought up a point, and I wondered how you guys felt. He said as soon as LeBron is done playing, he'll stop talking about him. Like, as in LeBron James will not matter going forward. The only time he matters is right now.
I don't agree. I don't think
Me
that's
either.
true.
I thought that's kind of weird, right?
LeBron James is going to be Magic Johnson.
Right.
He's going to be omnipresent. He's going to be involved in the things that we and Stephen A. talk about every day.
Forever going forward. I thought so.
I think so. He's going to own a team.
Yes.
He will make decisions about those teams that we will like or not. We'll talk about the decisions that we liked
Yeah.
or not. His team will be good or bad. We will give him credit or criticism.
Of course.
He's not
Forever.
He's not going anywhere.
He'll also be the standard of longevity. He'll be the standard of this is someone you want to emulate going forward, how do you take care of your body. So when we mention other players and other athletes across sports of people that have played for a long time, you're going to mention LeBron James. So it's not just that he's going to be involved in all this production stuff and his other careers. We're going to talk about him when we talk about basketball.
He's
Totally.
going to be everywhere, like
see,
magic.
It's the one time, and it's not the first time I've said this with Stephen A. When he gets on a roll, I'm like, you can't possibly believe that, right? You can't possibly believe what you just said. That we're not going to talk about LeBron James the minute he retires? Come on, man. You go to Pro Basketball Reference, his name is going to be at the top of every list.
Yeah, it is.
Every single one.
Look, Stephen A's got a job like we all have a job. You know what I mean? Like his job is to get people to react to what he says. And we're doing, and you know what I mean? Like I want to be very careful how I say this because I do think that he has given thought to what he says. I do think. Now, whether he believes it to be 100% true, his job is to get us to respond to what he says.
Right.
And if he can say something like, I'm not going to say, and we respond to it, mission accomplished.
Okay.
That's the job.
If this was battle rap and you hit a bar with that in it, I don't know, bro.
I don't quite know what that means, but that sounds right.
I don't know about that one. Right, you know.
Look, LeBron's not going anywhere.
No,
LeBron.
No, and Perkins is right. I wish LeBron would just leave it alone and just get back to playing. But I do like it. He's got a new nemesis.
Yeah.
If this is spurring him on, great for us.
I think that he's getting ready. I don't want to say to shoot his last shot.
To shut the world?
Because I don't know when his last shot is coming, but I think he's getting ready to say, you all thought that I couldn't do this, that, or whatever's coming next, and I think he's getting ready to roll it out again.
Oh, my God.
I really do. And maybe he can, maybe he can't. I don't know. You know, he is 40 years old. He is, his 22nd year in the league?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. But would anybody really be stunned? Fast forward to the middle of June. Stunned. I'm not saying it's likely, but there's a no way, and then there's a maybe that there's confetti falling, and he's got that trophy held up over his head.
I wouldn't be shocked
Not
at all.
even right.
Not at all. But I would be glued. I would be glued to the TV.
Of course.
I can't wait to hear what he's got to say.
And he would do. I can tell you what he's going to say. Everybody thought I was too old. Everybody thought I was brave. He would tell you exactly what you think he was going to say.
Right.
And he'd be right.
And there's no rebuttal. Yeah.
And he'd be right. And even the people that can't stand him would be like, I got nothing right
Jack
now.
Merridew has the conch, and everybody must listen.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not out of the realm of possibility, which is what makes these games like last night exciting, frustrating, scary, like all of them. If they play defense like that, they're not going to beat a good team 4 times in 7 games. They might win 1 or 2, but it's going to come down to a game like that where you're not going to get the stop at the end, where LeBron's tip in comes a half a second too late as opposed to a half a second early.
Could have blown it.
You can't thread the needle like that against Denver, Oklahoma City, maybe not even against Houston, Memphis. Like they're not going to let you do that 4 times in 7 tries.
No. And like he's clearly driving the bus, but Luka is the engine. And JJ has to be a good crew chief and keep everyone going because like LeBron is driving he's
going to
the
set the tone,
no doubt. Yeah, but it's going to be driven by Luka. He's the Pistons.
Luke, I'm going to try to.
If that makes any sense.
JJ's responsible for everything that's about to happen.
The crew chief. Yes.
Luka is the driver.
No, he's the car.
He's the car?
Yes.
I was going to say, so you think LeBron's the driver?
LeBron is the driver.
Okay.
LeBron is driving. Luka is the car. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yes. I co-sign.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to say he's a horse because when you win, who do you give credit to? The jockey or the horse?
The horse.
Right. Exactly.
No. Look, I'm not saying the jockey isn't important, but the jockey is just holding on for dear life. The horse ran a mile and a quarter.
Thank you. The horse is tired.
The horse is the one that wants to puke at the end of the race.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, no doubt.
The jockey's like, cool, I survived.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
not saying they're not brave. I'm not saying they're not strong.
Right.
That they're good,
but the horse did the running.
The horse ran the race. They were there. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences thanks to our friends at Delta Airlines, Legends Attic, and Pechanga Resort Casino. All proceeds will be donated to CHLA. Visit 710forchla.com to make a difference today. We're going to try it again. We're going to talk about that new documentary on Apple Plus TV. The director will join us coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland.
Can you do a cartwheel?
The countdown is on. In just 6 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Pour it on, black and gold! The two biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe. Giroud,
Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denise! 6 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and producer Lindsay, and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday.
I like it raw.
I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, and there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one
We
it
can
is.
play the song, because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HPC. ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a leader in breakthrough pediatric care, treating complex cases and advancing life-saving research. In support of CHLA's 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 appearances to help fund critical treatments for children. Every dollar raised supports CHLA's essential work to provide expert care, innovative therapies, and hope to families in need. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference for kids today.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeagleLAchampionship.com.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 2.99% APR for up to 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end March 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Empower. Nick bought a new guitar, a 62 American Classic Electric. Does he know how to play? No. But Nick's Empower investment account has performed well. He got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a really good guitar solo.
Michelle Smallman here. Do you want to be at the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft. Experience the thrill of the draft firsthand and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't wait. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Opening day at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers and Tigers coming up this afternoon, getting ready to defend their World Series title from a year ago, which makes it a perfect time to bring on our next guest. RJ Cutler is a filmmaker who has directed Fight for Glory, the 2024 World Series. It will debut tomorrow on Apple Plus TV, chronicling the World Series from a year ago between the Dodgers and the Yankees. RJ, thanks for coming on. How are you doing?
I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you so much for having me, and happy opening day.
Yeah, absolutely. RJ, let's start with this. The opening episode of your latest project, Fight for Glory, the 2024 World Series, kind of takes us through game one of the World Series last year, in particular Freddie Freeman and the season that he had, the health scare that his son had, his relationship with his family, his father. And then, of course, as we all know, he hits that home run to win game one, the walk-off grand slam. Was that just serendipity that you had all of this Freddie Freeman stuff, or were you covering everybody leading into it so you had the guy, no matter who it was going to be, in that game one?
Well, Freddie and Chelsea Freeman were good enough to invite us to film with them. And so we were very fortunate. We were filming with other people. As you know, if you've seen other episodes, we were with Brianna Betts and the Betts family, and with others. And then after the World Series, of course, we had amazing conversations, reflective interviews with about 20 of the Dodgers and maybe 15 of the Yankees. So everybody's we're kind of in the experience with everybody. But in terms of the Freemans, we were there, right? We were with them before the game, during the game, and after the game, and it's amazing stuff that it happened also to be, you know, one of the greatest World Series performances ever, what Freddie did.
Indeed.
No doubt. I can't wait to see how you tell this story about the World Series, because it meant so much to everybody here in L.A., and I love, frankly, a good sports documentary. I was just thinking, remember Knuckleball that came out? Mm-hmm. Love that. Learned something new. The Last Dance was one of my favorites. It's a story revisited. How will Fight for Glory be different than other sports docs coming forward?
Well, one of there are many reasons, and of course, Knuckleball was terrific, and the Michael Jordan series was great, and there's been a lot of great sports documentary projects made. This is different in that we're in the moment with both teams in the World Series. There are no sit-down interviews. You're in everybody's head. There's it's filmed cinematically, so it's a whole different look than you're used to seeing with baseball. It's an emotional, character-driven, dramatic series that really feels like three movies back-to-back that tell the story of the World Series. And I think you're going to really love it. I mean, if you love those projects, you're going to love this. If you're a fan of baseball, you're going to love this. And I'm told by many, many people who have seen it and aren't fans of baseball that they respond to it just on a human, emotional level.
So with that in mind, the human emotional level, and we're speaking with RJ Cutler. He directs Fight for Glory, the 2024 World Series, about last year between the Dodgers and the Yankees. And, you know, we talked a little bit about Freddie, and you were fortunate enough to have access to him and his family, both pre and post home run and everything that came along with that. What about the Yankee side of it? What about when you're dealing with the players who are on the wrong end of a moment like that? Not just that night, but in the series as a whole.
Well, listen, one of the themes of our series is how do baseball players deal with what is the essence of baseball, which is failure. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's a sport where most of the time you're not succeeding. And how you overcome failure is how your character is forged and how your success as a baseball player is forged. And so that's one of the driving themes of this whole series, and we get into it. we wanted to see what it was like from both teams' points of view. And the truth is that though they lost the series 4-1, the Yankees were within one swing of the bat of winning every one of those games.
Yeah.
I mean, we know they almost won Game 1, and every other game they were in it. And the big blowout was the game that they won. So you see the Yankees close to. I mean, they were within one dropped ball, if you ask me, of going back to L.A. for Game 6, and plenty of teams have been down 3-2 and won the World Series. So there's a lot of hope on the Yankee side, but most of all, you see Aaron Judge, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Certainly he had the most statistically successful season of any right-handed batter ever last year, who comes to his first World Series as captain of the New York Yankees against the Dodgers, and is batting .077 through the first 3 games. But he finds a way to overcome it. And by the middle of Game 5, he's actually leading the Yankees in what seems like it might be a historic comeback. Now, they don't succeed. He does make that error, but there's a lot to be seen and to be enjoyed if you're a Yankee fan.
You know what I hope to find out in the doc is I hope the Yankees hated losing to the Dodgers as much as the Dodgers liked beating the Yankees in the World Series, if that makes sense.
Well, sure. I mean, listen, you're 12 World Series in with those guys.
Yeah.
They really they have had the most storied rivalry in baseball history, and where once they were fighting for the soul of a city, you can argue that they were fighting for the soul of a country, the West Coast, East Coast.
RJ Cutler is the director of Fight for Glory. It debuts tomorrow, March 28th, on Apple Plus TV about last year's series between the Dodgers and the Yankees. RJ, was this a project that you had in mind, going into the baseball season, chronicling the World Series, or when the Dodgers-Yankees presented themselves, was it, okay, like you just mentioned, this is a historic rivalry. You get the 2 biggest cities in the country, 2 historic franchises, and just an opportunity to present it itself?
No, we knew going into the season that we were going to be filming the World Series, and we hope to be filming the World Series every year going forward. Our partners at Apple TV Plus are really behind it. Major League Baseball has been a great partners, and they're thrilled. And what happened was back in 1943, the U.S. government asked Major League Baseball to make a World Series film so that the soldiers stationed overseas could experience the World Series. There was no other way, of course, for them to watch it back then. And that started a tradition that went on for 80 years until last year when Major League Baseball and Imagine Documentaries came to me and said, hey, is there a film to be made? Can we step up this World Series film? I mean, you guys know those films. I have mine from my VHS from 1986 when the Mets won, because I'm a Mets fan. We all have, when our teams win, we all got it was basically a highlight reel. And they asked if there was room to improve it. And that was something that I leapt at, because, of course, you could make it more cinematic, more dramatic, more character-driven, more emotional, all of those things. And that's what we set out to do. And I think we've done a really good job.
What if you get like a Colorado Angels World Series? That'd be fun.
It will be, because it'll be great players playing at the height of their game. And, you probably are going to get even more access, even deeper in with the smaller market teams, which is a great thing. There's always room to tell great stories in baseball, right?
No doubt.
And that's what we're so excited about doing.
RJ Cutler has a new film, Fight for Glory, 2024 World Series. It premieres on Apple Plus TV tomorrow, March 28th. You've covered a lot of very famous people in your time as a filmmaker, musicians, actors. Where does just from a sheer celebrity and understanding who they are and how people respond to their presence, where does Shohei Ohtani fit in that?
Oh man, I mean, he's at the top of it. He's a global phenomenon, and he's an historical figure. I mean, I don't think people appreciate the fact that this man was a legitimate Cy Young candidate until he hurt his arm. and then he was, a offensive MVP. And then, to have a 50-50 season that was pretty close to a 50-60 season. I mean, this guy's incredible. But the way the fans respond to him, and you stand next to Aaron Judge, and you're wondering who put that building next to you. You stand next to Ohtani, and he's actually not that overwhelming physically, but his skill is you watch him bat, and you realize you're seeing something unlike anything you've ever seen if you've been watching baseball your whole life, as I have. And so that's Ohtani. But it's not just Ohtani. All of these players have such a deep connection to their fan base, and that's one of the things that I learned about this series. I always kind of took for granted the home field advantage and the meaning of what it meant to play a game at home, but especially in these high-stakes games, these playoff games in the World Series. Especially then, it's a completely different thing in terms of their relationship to the audience. to the fans, and it means so much to them how the fans are responding.
I thought that was my phone. I did. I really did. I'm like, is that in my bag? I thought you were going to ask.
Madame phone.
I thought you were going to ask, like, what do you make of baseball players? Period. As just athletes and people and how they go about their business, because it's such a cerebral game.
Grind.
It's a grind.
Yeah.
So, and they're very guarded about who they are as people. They don't really let you in a lot. I was going to ask you, RJ, what do you make of baseball players?
Yeah, and it's they're baseball players. They're just like real people. I listen. But they are dealing in a sport that requires you to be able to embrace failure as part of your daily life. But that's human. That's, I think, in a way, in many ways, it's the most human of the sports because, we know this. 30% of the time, if you're successful these days, you're a Hall of Famer.
Wow.
If you're right? And that is something, that means that the other 70% of the time, you got to deal with it. You got to get through it. And that is how character is forged. So I really think you're dealing with a special breed of person. There are a lot of people who come up. The other thing is the way they come up. They're not coddled in college the way that basketball players and football players are. They're not, and they're certainly not going to be paid the way college basketball and football players are going forward. It's a whole different thing. They've had to ride that bus in the minor leagues, most of them. And so there's a certain humility that baseball players have. And they see, even Aaron Judge, even the MVP, even this giant of a man is going to hit a slump. And if he hits it at the wrong time, how he confronts it is what makes him who he is. And I think people watching the series are going to get a whole new sense of Aaron Judge and a whole new sense of respect for him because of the way he handled himself over the course of the series. We start one of the episodes, Roberto Clemente, we quote at the beginning of one of the episodes saying, I don't know why everybody's always talking about what happened last week and the last game and all the other games before it. The only thing that matters is tomorrow. Well, that was how Roberto Clemente approached his life and why he's one of the greatest players who ever played.
RJ Cutler directs Fight for Glory 2024 World Series. It premieres tomorrow on Apple Plus TV. And as he mentioned, even if you're not a baseball fan, but especially if you are a baseball fan, and especially as many people I know listening to this show are right now, are Dodger fans, it is can't miss. And it is on Apple Plus TV, premiering tomorrow, March 28th. RJ, congratulations on your project, and thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys. Good luck this season. We Mets fans look forward to seeing you again in the NLCS.
Wait, one more question. Who called you? Who was that phone call?
What's that?
Who was that phone call?
Oh, of course it was spam. And of course it was some,
Of course. All right.
Junk phone call.
You got it, RJ.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a bunch.
All right.
Thanks a bunch.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that I can't wait.
Me either.
I can't wait.
Interesting perspective. I never thought about that. You're going to fail 70% of the time, and you have
Oh,
to.
no, that's wrong.
And you have to deal with it. More?
A lot more.
A lot more. But you have to deal with that.
If you fail 30% or 70% of the time, you're the best in the league.
I've never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
I'm always looking at really? You can fail 7 out of 10 times and be great, but you have to deal with it not doing well.
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
Yeah. And you got to, that's why when the night you go 5 for 5 and you talk to these guys, they're like, hey, man, I got another one tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like, and by the way, 0 for 5 is waiting for me tomorrow. I just have to always get ready for the next one because baseball never stops.
Oh, drop 7 out of 10 as a punt returner. Don't worry about tomorrow. It's not going to be your job anyway.
You're going to be driving a truck.
Right, you'll be gone.
Yeah, you're going to be teaching school. You're going to be a cop. You're going to be, a talk radio host.
Yes,
you're not going to be doing that for very long, man.
This
you
premieres
don't
tomorrow?
get to do that.
Huh? Premieres tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah.
On what is it? What is
Apple Plus TV.
Oh, yeah.
January 28th.
Thanks.
What happened?
Fight for Glory.
It's Apple TV Plus.
No, I like
Apple
to say it the
TV
other
Plus?
way.
Apple TV Plus.
Apple Plus TV, March 28th. Fight for Glory.
If you still have your subscription from Severance, just put this on your TV. It's great. Yeah.
Apple Plus TV.
Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV.
Who cares? It's on Apple TV. You can find it, and it's awesome.
Man,
Go check it out. Last Man Standing coming up next.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN 710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Collectors, Provo Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JS.
Something quite alarming. We're paying a ton of interest on our credit cards. We owe $20,000 on one with a rate of 24 and $15,000 on another with a rate of 29. The rate calculation is buried in the fine print.
Bob and Liz at the office told me they had the same issue, so they called the loan exchange. Bob refinanced and paid off $50,000 in credit cards, and Liz got a home equity line and paid off $30,000.
That makes sense. I'll call the loan exchange and get rid of these ridiculous credit card rates.
17 days later.
Hon, we closed with the loan exchange today, and I found out the interest in our refi is tax deductible. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner. Every day we were lighting money on fire by paying those crazy credit card rates.
Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's 855-752-9944 or theloanexchange.com.
This is John Ireland. You know BBGO. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey, but did you know BBGO is the official game day snack of the Lakers? BBGO promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find BBGO products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. BBGO knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try BBGO today.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200
$100 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
It is time for not Apple TV Plus
Outdoors
talk.
baseball.
It's time for Last Man Standing.
All right.
My Last Man Standing. I saw a movie called Ephus last night.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic. If you love baseball, fantastic movie.
I'm in.
It's a baseball lover's baseball movie. It's very much guys being dudes.
How long
hanging
until you
out.
think that ends up on a streamer?
Month or so.
Okay.
Maybe a little less.
I thought Ephus was a pitch.
It is.
It is. It's
Ephus
like a
pitch.
blooper.
And
Yeah.
it's also a metaphor for baseball
He's a
and
weird guy.
life as this movie goes.
Pitch for the Dodgers. He's weird. Weird guy. Grinky.
Weird. Oh, yeah.
He used the Ephus
Yeah, he
pitch.
did.
He
You're
used
right.
the Ephus
Yeah.
pitch. Okay, yes.
That's a good
Ephus
description
pitch.
of that guy, by the way.
Ephus pitch is used in the movie
Yeah.
as well. So here is my Last Man Standing, the highest grossing baseball movies of all time.
Okay.
I have a list of 20. And this list also came out in 2022,
Oh
but
my
I don't
God.
think there's been other movies that come out that would take this off. So
Okay.
let's go. This is accurate. I'm going to start with Travis.
Bull Durham.
Bull Durham is on the list. It is number 8 all time of baseball movies.
Bull Durham is 8.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to go with the movies I know. I'm not sure how much they grossed. Major League.
Major League is on the list. It is 10.
10th. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Low, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jorge?
Baseball. Moneyball. Is it
Moneyball is on the list. It is number 3. Travis.
Only one way to go now.
These movies are old. We're just going straight dollars?
Not all of them are old,
Okay.
but it's grossing. Yes.
Okay.
Money that it's made based off of its budget. But yeah.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams is on the list. I gotta find it. I wrote it down. It is on the list. It's 5.
Okay.
5. Okay. Redford, The Natural.
The Natural is on the list. It's number 11. Jorge.
The Sandlot.
The Sandlot is on the list. It is number 18. Travis.
All right. So these were all the layups, it feels like.
All of these movies you have heard of. These are all movies that,
I don't doubt it. So number 1, is there any sequels on this?
Sequels. Let me think.
'Cause-
no,
okay.
no, actually, yes, one sequel. One sequel to a movie we've
think I
already
got it.
mentioned.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing. Major League 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is 19. I've
Yeah.
listed at the top 20. So
Yeah.
That's the
19.
only sequel on there?
Yeah.
I believe so, unless I don't know if one of these is a sequel.
Okay, I'm about to go out
Marco.
then. Because I'm
Guess.
I can't believe we haven't got number 1 yet.
I'm going Bad News Bears.
Yes. it is on the
Great
list.
answer.
Yeah.
It is 17. Is that a sequel?
No, but
Okay.
The other one.
It did
Yes.
have many sequels.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
that one is on the list. So, Jorge.
This is another one I know. I grew up watching this. Angels in the Outfield.
Yes, it is number 9.
Right.
Disney.
Oh, that just opened up a whole new. The Rookie.
Oh.
Is on the list.
Yeah.
4.
Is that the Quaid one?
Yeah.
That's the one that was in my head.
Yeah.
DeMarco.
Oh, you're going to have to help me. I can't think of the name. Rudin Gardner. Rowan Gardner. The kid that comes back with the arm.
The kid.
He hurts his arm. He comes back. He pitches. Oh, my God. What's his name is in it?
Who's the actor?
Somebody help me here.
I can't help you.
Oh, my God. I can't remember. I want to Google this so
Maybe
bad.
go bigger. Go bigger than what you're
Go
thinking.
bigger than that?
Like, go
okay,
different.
I'll go with the ones I know. It's probably not on there, and I'm out. For love of the game.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
16.
Okay. All right.
16. All right, Jorge.
You said Disney. $1 Million Arm.
It is on the list. 14. Travis.
We still don't have number 1.
We still don't have number 1. And I'm not going to give you any hints. Because that one you should get.
Yeah, I feel stupid that we haven't gotten there yet. I'm going in down the Disney rabbit hole right now. Mr. 3000.
It just barely makes the list.
God.
It is 20.
Okay.
Is that Tom Selleck?
Yeah. Or no, is that Bernie Mac?
Bernie Mac.
Is it
It's
both
Bernie
of them?
Mac. Bernie Mac.
Bernie
Yeah.
Mac. So what's
Yeah.
the Tom Selleck one? When he goes to Japan.
I thought that was Mr. 3000.
Mr. Baseball. Mr. Baseball.
Is that your guess?
That's my guess.
It's not on the list.
Oh, dang.
I'm sorry, DeMarco. All right, Jorge.
Baseball.
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 That's
what
we
it
already
sounded
guessed
like.
that
Yeah, we
one.
already guessed that one. Man, I don't have another one. I'm out.
What's the Rowan
I
Gardner
think you
one?
can get another one. I think you can.
Baseball.
There was one that came out very recently. Not very recently, but last 10 years.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Fever Pitch.
Fever Pitch.
It is on the list.
Yeah.
It is 12. Travis.
I got two. They're really old. Fear Strikes Out.
Jorge wins.
Oh, my
wait,
God.
Can I guess number one?
Sure.
I know it's not baseball, but it's baseball. It has baseball. Is it The Town?
No.
Oh.
A League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own.
Are you guys kidding me?
Oh, I hate myself.
Are you kidding me? Okay, here's the ones that we did not
Yeah, I feel like an idiot.
I feel stupid.
Yeah.
Oh.
get. Okay, number 1, A League of Their Own. 2, 42. The Jackie
Oh,
Robinson.
yes. Oh, my God.
yeah.
I feel stupid again. Yes.
Number 15. We actually got most of these. So number 6, The Benchwarmers.
Never saw that one.
Okay.
Never saw the Benchwarmers.
Yes, it's a baseball movie. It's Rob Schneider and those guys. It's a goofball movie, but it does have
It takes
baseball.
place at a baseball
It does.
Okay.
It does.
7, Rookie of the Year,
Yeah.
which we didn't get. And then
Rookie of the Year.
15, Trouble with the Curve.
I was gonna say
That's
that.
the only one we have.
That's
the
the
only
Clint
we didn't
Eastwood
get.
one.
Yeah. That was good. I
And
like
Amy
that one.
Adams?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we got most of them. But just, I'm really disappointed that you guys didn't get A League of Their Own.
I'm mad.
We've
and
talked
42.
about that movie
all the
100
time.
times.
Mason's in it.
And I love that movie.
Mason's in it. One of my college
Yeah.
teammates is in it. Like
Dang.
it's a great baseball movie.
Yes. There's no crying in baseball.
He's
so you hate when they get things wrong in baseball,
Yeah.
sports movies.
Yeah.
The natural is ruined because Roy Hobbs' kid can't throw
Ruined
baseball.
is a step too far, but I hate the final scene of that movie.
I have a question about Trouble with the Curve.
Oh, I haven't seen it, so I might not
Oh,
be
you
able to
haven't
help
seen it?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
You have to see it.
What is it about it that jumps out at you?
It's, I guess he would be, what's the bad guy in the movies? Is that the protagonist or the antagonist?
Antagonist.
I guess he would be the face of the antagonist. He's the prospect.
Okay.
He doesn't look like one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of my all-time
Yeah.
favorite baseball movie has a fatal flaw, and I still love the movie, and it's wonderful, and
Yeah.
I watch it every time it pops on.
Is it Bull Durham?
Yes, and it's because Tim Robbins is not athletic at all.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah. In no universe is Tim Robbins mistaken for an elite pitcher. Like, you know what I mean? Like he just doesn't look the part. And he
Takes you
doesn't
out of the movie?
Like
Yeah.
the reason Kevin Costner has been in every sports movie ever.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner's athletic.
Wait, he doesn't look like a pitcher on the mound. What about the off the field stuff?
That he pulls that
Yeah.
off great.
Right.
But the second you
Yeah.
see him go into a windup, you're like,
Yeah.
come on, man. I know what a prospect pitcher looks like, and
That's
ain't
not it. Okay.
That ain't it.
You have to see Trouble with the Curve. You'd like it. I want to see what you think of it.
Yeah.
I really loved it. Have you seen it?
I haven't, but is it a Clint directed or just Clint acted?
I think he directed it.
I think he did too.
He directed it, and he
Amy
can tell a
Adams is
story.
the scout?
Yes,
Yeah.
that whole storyline,
It sounds
the whole
like
thing is
something
good.
I'd like.
I bet I would.
Yeah.
I would love for you guys to see it. Tell me what you
I
think.
can't believe we didn't get
Me too.
that movie.
I was doing everything I could to not hint at it, but
It's a big. We all failed.
Yes.
I was at Vidiots on Monday. Monday, and I was this close to getting Bull Durham and checking out Bull Durham.
Have you not seen it?
I haven't seen it. I need to. It's on Tubi. I
It
think.
is
I like it.
a really good representation of not baseball, but baseball players. And how they live on this earth, and how they interact with one another, and how they interact with society at large.
I know I'd like it. I'd like it.
It is a movie about baseball players.
Yes.
And how the divide between those that have a brain and those that do not, and everything in between.
Some real scenes in that movie. There's
Some very real scenes.
Yeah, it's real scenes.
Indeed. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and DeMarco
That's
Farr.
right.
For a special viewing of Monday Night Raw that's coming up April 7th, Hollywood Park Casino. One grand prize, a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. RSVP for your spot at ESPNLA.com. You must be present to win. You must be 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7. The Dump is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. And right now, they are hooking you up, hooking us all up, right? It's getting ready for summer. It's going to be hot. And you're going to be running your air conditioning, so why not have an $88 system tune-up? So we're talking about getting your AC system ready, your heating system ready to power through the entire season. So whether it's keeping what you have in place right now in tip-top shape with a quick tune-up or replacing an old system, Next Gen is here to help you keep your home safe and comfortable all summer long. For a limited time, Next Gen is offering our listeners, ESPN LA listeners, a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. Their expert technicians will make sure that everything's running safe and smooth so you can enjoy total home comfort all season long. And if it happens that you do need a replacement, Next Gen can help you with that as well. They're offering professional full service replacements with the latest energy efficient models. They're going to help you save money and make sure that your home is at the temperature that feels just right for you. 833-3-NEXTGEN. 833-3-NEXGEN or nextgenairanplumbing.com. Give Next Gen a call today.
The countdown is on. In just 6 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Pour it on in black and gold. The two biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the big.
The countdown is on. In just 6 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Pour it on in black and gold. The two biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe. Giroud,
Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denny! 6 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
Joint copy, O'Shea Jackson Jr. and producer Lindsay and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday, I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, and there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one
We can play the song, because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HPC. ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
Mileage motor oil.
Our spring savings include Mobile One Advanced High Mileage.
And the oil filter?
And the oil filter. All for just $35.99. It's part of spring savings at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Mason and Ireland.
Can you do a cartwheel, John, if you were pressed?
I used to be able to, but I haven't done it so long.
I've not done a cartwheel in a really long time. I'm sure I can.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
The best football movie is
Longest Yard.
For me, it is The Longest Yard or North Dallas 40.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Oh,
what do you think is the highest grossing football movie?
Football movie? Any Given Sunday?
Any Given Sunday's got to probably
it's
be
modern.
up there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about also Disney's behind Remember the Titans.
Oh, something with The Rock.
Remember the Titans
Game
could
plan.
be up there.
Yeah.
Gridiron Gang. I think that's what's
Gridiron
called.
Gang.
Little
is another one.
Giants could be one. Like you know what I mean? Like a kids movie that everybody saw.
Yeah.
But
apparently it's the Blind Side.
Is it The Blind Side?
Sure.
Yeah.
It was an Oscar winner.
It's too bad
But
it's
that doesn't
all
necessarily mean
a
that it's gonna
lie.
win money.
That's true.
So there's a
Say it again.
Too bad it's all a lie.
Well, sure.
Yeah,
Half
that-
of these things are all lies.
Yeah,
all these movies.
Yeah.
That's a weird story.
I know. It keeps getting weirder.
That's a weird story.
Yes.
So not weird stories, but news from the Dodgers. From Buster Olney just tweeted this about 20 minutes ago. Kike Hernandez is ailing, stomach flu possibly, and is doubtful he'll be in the Dodgers opener today.
Mookie? Is that what you're looking at? Yeah. Whatever it is going around.
You did say if you were
next to him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know what it is?
You want me to be optimistic or the other thing?
Okay, let's start with the other thing first.
Okay, the other thing is that means everybody's going to get it.
Okay.
Okay? Because, like, anybody that has had a member of their family get the stomach flu, what happens?
Somebody else gets it.
Everybody gets
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Everybody that's in that house gets it, no matter how diligent you are about washing hands, cleaning up, you get it.
You pass
It's
it around.
It's impossible.
Planes,
not to get it.
buses, hotel rooms.
Right?
Yeah, the whole nine.
Yeah, impossible.
And one more thing too. Alden Gonzalez put out the opening lineup.
Yeah.
And
Can I guess?
Sure.
Otani.
Ding.
Betts.
Ding.
Freeman.
No.
No.
No
Okay.
Freddie.
Teo.
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Smith. Muncy. Edman.
Yes. Then
Smith.
Yes.
Muncy. And who? Conforto.
Mm-mm.
No.
After Muncy is Rojas and Pajes. So let me just do that in order for people.
Okay.
So Otani, Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, Tommy Edman, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Miguel Rojas, Andy Pajes, and Blake Snell on the mound.
There you go. That's
not bad.
That's quite a team.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The optimistic view of Kike having the guts is if people were going to get it, they would have got it already. This could be a one-off. Keep in mind, they were in Japan. That was almost 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right? They were there. They were all in close quarters on airplanes and locker rooms. And if he's only the second guy to come down with something like this, maybe it's not that.
I hope it's a stomach flu or whatever it is you're getting it from is still out there.
I hope he got it from somewhere other than if it's the flu.
Yeah.
And if Mookie had the flu, and we don't know that's what it was.
Yeah.
But hopefully they're unrelated. Because
True.
the incubation period for that is like we've all had your kid gets the stomach flu. What you get it the next day or a couple of days later? It's not
for me. It's a week.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't fill me with great optimism.
As soon as a week
'Cause I'm
and
like
then
2
I get
days.
it. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, a week for me and then I get it and then my wife gets it. It's crazy, but funny. I wish 23-pound flu and it seems like Mookie hasn't lost a step.
Well, we don't know yet.
According to him, he says he feels
He's
strong.
not going to come out and say I feel like garbage.
No, but
He's
he
not going
says
to come
he
out and
feels
say
strong.
I can't imagine I'm going to get a hit in the first 2 weeks.
Even
of the
Dave
season.
said when they measure his strength, it's.
We will see.
Me too.
I hope so.
Me too.
I hope so.
But if you can lose 23 pounds, not eat for a week, and play baseball,
we'll see.
I want that die. I want that flu.
I'm going to split the hair with you again. He cannot eat for a week, lose 23 pounds, and be in the lineup.
Be in the lineup. Oh, we'll see how he plays.
We'll see how he plays.
Right.
Yeah.
One more piece of Dodgers news, and this just in 3 minutes ago. The Dodgers acquired Noah Davis from the Red Sox cash considerations. In order to make room for the 40-man roster, the Dodgers transferred Emmett Sheehan to the 60-day IL.
Okay.
Just some pitching moves
Yeah.
and stuff.
Emmett Sheehan's another one of those guys that would be assuming health. He
Yeah.
would be in the starting rotation of 28 teams
Someplace.
in Major League Baseball.
What was I thinking of? Who pitched the other night?
Dustin May?
Yeah, there you go. How do you shoehorn him into?
He's your fifth guy at the moment.
He's your fifth guy in the rotation.
He's your fifth guy at the moment, and he's a one or a two on every team.
Let me laugh. That's your fifth
It's
crazy.
crazy.
That's
It's crazy.
ridiculous.
On
you have
this
no
day,
business being this loaded.
In this day in 1992, talking about sports movies, White Men Can't Jump was released in 1992. That's a great basketball movie.
So I am geeked for Happy Gilmore 2, and you will not ruin it.
Not trying to.
White Men Can't Jump did not need a reboot. It was perfect the way it was.
Did they do one?
Yeah, they did with Jack Harlow. And I'm glad it went away so fast. It did not need a reboot.
It was streaming only.
What is the difference between doing that and doing Happy Gilmore 2?
Happy Gilmore 2, it's Sandler.
Okay.
Giving you an
Good point.
update on
Good
the
point.
character.
Good
Not
point.
two different people.
They remade. Who was Wesley Snipes?
Who was
someone I didn't know.
You didn't miss anything.
That
But
movie
both
was
of these are
great.
streaming only movies as well, so it's probably gonna have the same amount of.
Wesley Snipes is an interesting sports movie character because he looks the part. He's super fit. He's kind of jacked, right? And he's a good actor. He's not athletic at all.
Oh, yeah, on The Fan, right? The Fanatic was the movie?
The
Where
Fan. When you watch him swing a bat in Major League, it's like, nope.
Yeah.
He's not a good basketball player.
No.
He's not good at all.
But you'd never know it watching him act.
Well, yeah, you
His
watch
demeanor.
And Woody is a really good. Like Woody can play basketball.
Woody can
he
shoot.
had a handle the way he could shoot it. And he moved like a basketball
looked
player.
legit. Yeah.
If you go back and watch them, and Ron Shelton made White Men Can't Jump. He made Bull Durham.
Yeah.
He makes good sports movies. But they have to kind of edit around Wesley because he's just not a good basketball
I think all
player.
his highlights are in slow motion.
Right.
They should edit around Madonna and Alila.
Wow.
They're not going to do that to me.
Yes.
That scene can we just take that out? Can we just that's one of those
Which part?
Pull it together where she's throwing a tantrum in the dugout when they're going to cancel the league.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. It's just
I'm not going back to dancing in these places.
Oh, that part. Okay.
It's just not good.
Rosie kills me. What more?
Yeah, speaking of football movies, there's a Mexican film called La Compañía, The Fourth Company. I think that's what it translates to. It's basically a darker version of The Longest Yard, the 1974 film.
Okay.
It's in prison, football players, but then what they do with some of these prisoners, it's a very, very
Like soccer, football,
no,
or
no,
American?
like American
American
football.
football.
In a
Okay,
Mexican jail and whatnot. So interesting film.
What was the movie where Stallone plays a goalie?
Oh, Victory. Yeah. Also.
Yeah.
Also.
Well,
Stallone,
again.
Dude, you want to hear something funny? That the scene at the end where he makes the save, Stallone put that in. He put that in the movie because he wasn't the hero, it was Pele.
Look, he can be Rocky Balboa and it's great, but dude, you're 5'4", whatever he is. Stop.
Come on, right.
Come on, man.
Yes.
No. Supercross talk coming up next.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
Whatever happened to doing the show today without your shirt on?
It's a very interesting question.
Did you offer to at some point?
At one point I said, yeah. By the way, I've never stopped going to the gym.
I've been on a Zoom call with Mason that he did with his shirt off.
Yeah.
With Kevin Demoff, the COO of the Rams.
And I was ripped. I was shredded.
He was also in bed. Heather.
Yeah, I was in bed, but shredded.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
College hoops are crazy at the slots, crazy at the tables, and crazy on big screens everywhere you eat, stay, and play. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Lucky gift giveaway. Get a 2.8 quart Dutch oven when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. April 1st. No fooling.
Number 2.
Neil. Live June 20th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Cadillac Lyric. Be here this Sunday at 10 p to win.
Morongo. Good times.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Collectors, Provo Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Provo Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to ProvoCardShow.com. That's ProvoCardShow.com.
Hey, basketball fans, John Ireland here. Austin Reeves has been playing lights out, and now he's bringing that same energy to his brand new signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Designed for top performance and comfort, these kicks are for players who grind just like Austin. He was hands-on in crafting every detail, making sure the AR2s deliver on and off the court. So go to Rigorer.com, RIGORER. Don't wait. Own a pair of Austin Reeves' shoes. That's Rigorer.com.
It's the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Carden Alleyway Hyundai Corona. Get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Plus, drive with confidence with America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and Hyundai's Assurance Program. Visit us off the 91 freeway or at CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. On approved credit, 0 security deposit, 72 payments of $1,519 for $1,000 financed. Expires 03/31/2025.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Mace is here. His co-host for today, DeMarco Farr, also here.
And Travis Rogers.
Nope.
And I'm sitting by the door. You can't leave.
Travis,
there you go.
Travis has got a whole day planned.
I got
By the
a
way, thank you to everybody in all my teammates in the sales department. They got me this
Looks great.
Otani hoodie for the day. I brought peanuts and Cracker Jacks
Yes,
to the
I got
show
Cracker
today.
Jacks. So excited.
Opening day.
Yes.
I'm so excited. It's one of the best days of the year. Trav, you are going over, right?
I am. I'm going to go. Like you said, I have a little plan, and you know me. When I have a plan, I like to execute my plans, regardless of what it is, whether it's martini related.
Yes,
this is exercise related.
Nice. Yep.
So,
you're going to do a little walking and then go to the game.
Do a walk and go to the game and have some peanuts and Cracker Jack and hot dogs, and I'll probably have a beer.
You got to make it to work the next day, though.
I'll be fine.
Okay.
I might be a little full, but I won't be hungover.
I got one issue, though.
Yeah.
We were told not to buy Steven gifts for his birthday.
That is correct.
That is a gift.
Yeah.
They broke the rules, right? I feel bad.
I brought one too.
Many people.
You bought him one too?
I
did.
By the way,
oh
thank
my
you,
God!
Thank you, Trav. I appreciate it. Thank you, DeMarco. You were not expected to bring a thing.
I don't know how that makes me feel.
I
was not expected to bring a gift.
The invitation said, "Please make a donation to your favorite
in lieu
cause."
of. Yes.
In lieu of.
Yes.
This.
I get that, and that's a generous thought on your part, and I feel very odd when somebody invites me to their home. Walking through the door with nothing in my hand.
Me too. I felt weird, but I did it anyway. You should have told me.
Well,
I got a nice box of Cracker Jacks.
Thank you.
For your birthday.
Thank you for that. I love Cracker Jacks.
There you go.
Yeah. By the way, I said last night, I was like peanuts and popcorn and Cracker Jacks.
Wrong. I've never heard that song.
Right.
I've never heard that song. What song is that?
That's Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I thought popcorn was in. I was like, I put together a bag of Cracker Jacks and peanuts today. I'm like, well, you got to have popcorn too. Peanuts and popcorn and Cracker Jack. Nope.
Never heard that. Anybody ever heard that before?
Could have thrown it in there anyway. Yeah. Could have thrown it in there anyway.
Wow.
I've told you my story about getting Take Me Out to the Ball Game vetoed from a wedding.
No.
So my buddy Mike was getting married, and when you get the invitation, it's usually, will you or will you not be attending? And if so, would you want the beef, chicken, or fish? But there was a box where they asked you to write in your favorite song, and they wanted everybody's favorite song so they could play it at the wedding.
Okay.
It was a relatively small wedding. It wasn't like there was 500 people there or whatever. So I wrote, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Nice.
And I get a call from my buddy Mike, and he goes, "Trav, you need to pick a different song." And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "She doesn't want "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" played at our wedding." I'm like, "Everybody will love it.
Oh, people will go nuts for that.
Everybody will know the words.
Yes.
Everybody will. I guarantee you, everybody will sing along." And he's like, "I'm not the one you have to convince."
Oh, right.
That might be red flag worthy.
So it was just they just did Sweet Caroline.
They did Sweet Caroline. They are no longer together.
Yeah, no longer together. It reminds me of when my best friend at the time, Don Harris, wonderful guy, was from Paramount Pictures, and he passed away early, and so we went to his funeral. And I gave the eulogy at his funeral, and he was a huge Trojan fan.
Okay.
And so I said to the priest, it was at that beautiful cathedral downtown here.
Oh, wow.
And I said to the priest, I'd like to close, if it's possible, with the USC fight song. Absolutely not. We will not have the organist play the USC fight song. So, of course, I went to the organist, and I said, here's some sheet music. Let's close with this. And he did.
Oh,
and that was the absolute right thing to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, look, what was the man's name?
Don Harris.
It's about Don.
Yeah.
It's not about the church. It's about Don and his things and what he would have liked and the way he would like to be remembered. And if that's how he wants to do that, then that's how it should be done.
By the way, funerals should be kind of freeform, man. They should be ad-lib. Let's do it. I had that same experience. I was told, you can only do the readings that we've set aside for you. It's like, no, I want to find a reading that's actually appropriate
Baseball,
for this person.
Ray.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's do the James Earl Jones monologue from Field of Dreams.
Baseball.
Yeah. We what was the guy's name?
RJ Cutler.
RJ Cutler, yeah.
Yes, we just interviewed him about the doc coming out.
He is a great documentarian.
He was a great guy to talk to.
Yeah.
He was fascinating until his phone rang mid-interview.
Is that right? It was the documentary about the Dodgers
Fight
Yankees?
for Glory, the 2024 World Series on Apple Plus TV.
Did they mention?
Apple TV Plus.
Did they mention in there that Aaron Judge dropped the ball?
He mentioned Aaron Judge a lot.
Yeah.
He's super impressed by him.
Yeah.
When I think Aaron Judge, I can picture him dropping that ball.
See? I told you.
You completely turned me around on that.
He's going to be known for that until he does something different.
That is entirely crazy and accurate.
By the way, a completely massive, like an unbelievable talent, a generational talent,
super
incredible player.
Yeah.
But
yes.
I remember him dropping the ball in that inning.
And quite frankly, you and I as Dodger fans are like, yeah, he dropped the ball. Awesome. We won the World Series in large part because that happened. But if you were a Yankee fan, is that how you remember him? Or do you remember the guy that hit 60-plus home runs, the guy that won a bunch of MVPs? Or, because here's the other rub with that guy. He hasn't been very good in the playoffs.
Yeah, that is true.
He has been far less than what he is over the course of a season, which is the best player in the American League. How
many guys have done that? Dominated the regular and the postseason at the plate. They were hot in the regular and got hotter in the postseason.
Derek Jeter.
David Ortiz.
Yeah.
Stayed hot the whole year?
Yeah.
Because usually the story is, where'd this come from?
David Ortiz was like 10 for 12 or something. It was like 7 for 15. It was like insane.
So this is, I think, a good example of this. Barry Bonds was the knock on Barry for a very long time was, yes, he's the best player in baseball. Yes, he's this, that. But when is he going to? Because the Pirates were in the postseason when Barry was there, and the Giants were in the postseason when Barry. And Barry was bad in the postseason right until he wasn't.
Yep.
And then he was not just good, he was exactly what you're describing, DeMarco, where he was just he was Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Like you don't mess with that guy. Just put him down there.
Full size roided up Barry Bonds.
Big time, big head Barry.
Yeah, big head Barry.
Big head Barry. Where would you slot Shohei? Because he was phenomenal in the reg.
Mm-hmm.
Post, you'd put him where? Because he wasn't the star of the postseason.
He was not. He was very solid.
He was solid.
Yep.
He was solid. He was not the best player on the field like he typically was.
Yeah.
But I think anytime it's your first crack at it, I don't think it's fair to say you did or you didn't.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's just there's just not enough there. Like it was if next year he drops off a little bit, it'll be like, huh. But we'll see.
I think you can almost guarantee with this team he's going to get another crack at it a lot.
Oh yeah.
In the postseason.
Oh, yeah. See that little lineup wrinkle for today?
That Freddie at 4.
Freddie, but also Conforto out, lefty, and Andy Pages in because Tarek Skubbal's a lefty.
I think
really
that's
good
kind of
lefty.
be the way that it goes.
Yeah, I think so. I love Conforto this year. I think he's going to have a really big year.
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
They have a way.
You know who
they have a knack.
The last guy that they said,
don't say way.
We'll take him. We'll take him. And it was like, oh, that didn't work out. The last guy was Syndergaard.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, because remember they had Tyler Anderson, who was just kind of a guy.
Became an all-star.
Got a 3-year deal from the Angels, made a bunch of money. Good for him.
Yep.
And Syndergaard was like, okay, he's going to be. It's like, nope.
Couldn't fix him.
Never really happened.
Yeah, could not fix Syndergaard.
I cannot wait. It's going to be a great day.
Have a great day, man.
I'm going to go execute my plan, Mason.
You're not leaving? What are you talking about? You're not leaving this room.
Watch me. Watch me. I'm not saying I can get through you, but I can get through this wall if it has to.
You've still got 15 seconds.
Oh, 1, 2. 202. There's speaking of Aaron Judge.
I
right
just
there.
came out. Yeah,
I got a quick story for you
Hanging
guys.
onto the ball.
We were talking about Barry
Yes.
Bonds when the Angels played the Giants in I think it was 2002 when the Angels won the World Series. Troy Percival comes in to get the last couple outs in the last game. The Angels were going to win the game. And Barry comes up, and Troy Percival threw really hard. Troy Percival, 97,
Great
98
pitcher.
mile
Great
an hour,
reliever.
just lights out. And he threw a fastball over the middle of the plate that Barry Bonds hit as squarely and as hard as anything that I've seen. And it was kind of the answer to the question, like, what if a guy threw 100 and Barry Bonds hit it as hard as he could?
Right.
How far would it go? That far. And they cut, so the ball gets hit halfway up the pavilion in right field in Anaheim Stadium. And they cut to Tim Salmon, who's in the dugout in Anaheim. And Tim Salmon, you could read his lips clear as day. He goes, I've never seen a ball hit that far in my entire life.
Yeah.
So fast forward, I'm working at the Angel Station a few years later. And I asked him about that. I asked Salmon, I'm like, hey, and he goes, I feel so bad about that because people ask me about it all the time. And he goes, I couldn't believe what I had seen. And it was, some people had misinterpreted it like I was kind of like clowning on Percival. And
on your guy. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just I had never seen a baseball hit that far in my
The
life.
furthest I've ever seen a baseball hit was when I was working minor league baseball. I was doing a game between the Toledo Mud Hens and the Charleston Charlies. The Charlies. What a terrible nickname.
Yeah.
And we
they
were
gave
down,
up early in that meeting.
Oh yeah, we were down in Charleston. By the way, there was like a dip in the outfield. It was such a bad field, such a rugged field. So way out there was a train tracks and trains going by and all this stuff. And Jesus Vega, who was just a monster hitter who never quite cracked it, hit a ball so far it landed in a coal car.
Oh, really?
So that means it went.
It kept going.
Train ended up
miles, exactly. It's the longest home run I've ever seen hit.
DeMarco, enjoy your second part of your day with
No, keep
Mace.
going. What are you talking about? Can I tell my Conseco story then?
Not only did you get the 15 seconds that I owed you, you got
the
an extra
longest
2
home
minutes.
run I ever
DeMarco,
saw.